Jaquan Frazier's again from his safety position. Stops it. He's up third. Call it 7 yards. $9:52 left in this first quarter. Just getting started here for Chris River.
All right, Mike, you can tell everybody we're up and going on YouTube. So we didn't miss any touchdowns. We didn't miss anything. So
I've been talking for a while. That's good.
It's just warming up for the season.
It's warming up. Well, welcome into the first live stream broadcast of Citrus Preps. I appreciate you tuning in. Chris River versus Dunellon. Looking at a 3rd and long, and then Chris River calls a timeout. And we're going to take a little timeout here for Chris River to talk about it. Coach Cliff Lowry is going to talk to this offense. But if you missed it, was a couple of plays, 3 or 4 plays, just first possession of Crystal River in the first half. And we're at 9:22 with the clock stopped on the timeout. They've had DeAndre Parker at the quarterback position, but then Ethan McDaniel, a junior, came in, took it over, and put Parker to the left-hand side. So they're running a stack offense with 3 running backs in the backfield. A little read option, a lot of read option going on with the Chris River right now. That's pretty prevalent in the high school game right now. Jaquan Frazier's. This is Quavian, I'm sorry. I keep on saying Jaquan. It's Quavian playing in that strong safety position. He's come up and made a couple of good tackles now. They're going to spread out a little bit now. Shotgun formation. It's Quavian, I'm sorry. I keep on saying Jaquan. It's Quavian playing in that strong safety position. He's come up and made a couple of good tackles now. Jaquan Frazier's now. Shotgun formation. It's Quavian, I'm sorry. I keep on saying Jaquan. It's Quavian playing in that strong safety position. But he's come up and made a couple of good tackles now. Jaquan Frazier's now. Shotgun formation. It's Quavian, I'm sorry. I keep on saying Jaquan. It's Quavian playing in that strong safety position. But he's come up and made a couple of good tackles now. Jaquan Frazier's now. Shotgun formation. Number 25. Dijade Abete is doing the kicking duties. 2 receivers back for Dunellon. We got number 3 back, Troy Hamilton, back deep, and there's a kick. Right side, kind of a low kick, and then it goes out of bounds. Right about, they're talking at the 25-yard line. He's walking past the 25, all the way up to almost the 30-yard line, make it 27-yard line now. 1st and 10, first possession for the Dunellon Tigers.
Interesting to see the matchup up front. That was the big factor, I think, last year, Mike, was just not number one, the athleticism, but the domination of Dunellon up front. And Crystal River talked about Javon Lee at quarterback and his ability to do so many things with the football.
Yep, that's a big deal right now. They're going empty backfield with Lee by himself. Twin receivers both sides tied into the right. Motion across Lee. Yep, there's going to be a quick flag right there. There's going to be a false start.
Expect that start of a season. That's just sort of part of it.
Coach Harris is not going to be happy about it. But Price Harris, in his 5th year, last year went 9-3 into the regional finals. Lost to Bradford 24-14.
As I mentioned on our podcast earlier, Mike, maybe a surprise, not ranked in the preseason top 5 in Class 4A.
But are ranked in the top 10, which is number 8. And Javon Lee is a direct snap, and he is bottled up by the Chris River defense. Gains a couple yards on some extra effort, bring up 2nd and long.
Got to be some nerves going through the stomach of head coach Cliff Lowry. He mentioned the excitement of being here back at his alma mater. Plans on being here for a long time. He talked to us preseason about, setting the foundation for the future and giving these young men the same message for years to come.
Empty backfield again, one-on-one down here at the end with Goolsby. It's going to be a handoff.
A good pursuit right there.
Great pursuit on the defensive end. That was
number 9 for Crystal River with a great play coming in there.
Not sure who that was. Number 9 is that's Miles Hampton coming off the defensive end.
Yeah, he got in there early to disrupt. It did make the tackle, but he caused the play to be stretched a little further and was able to make the play and puts Dunellon now in a third and long, 15+ to go.
Shotgun with 3 receivers to the far side. Snap, looking, 2-step drop. Blitz coming. Almost get him. Good throw all the way down the far sideline, but overthrown, intended. Can't see the number there. Looking at number Stephen Kretzberg, number 5, intended for him. And I'll bring up 4th down. And so both teams having their first possession go and turnover on downs.
Much better start for Crystal River than a year ago, obviously. And
Definitely.
Now you're going to have a chance to get the ball back, probably in pretty good field position. If you can get any sort of return, you might be able to cross midfield. Looks like DeAndre Parker is one of the players back.
I can't see the other number.
Jaden Williams, I believe, is the other one.
Almost got a block there from Crystal River. And Parker's going to take it at the 42-yard line himself, and then gets a couple more yards and brought down there right at the 46-yard, like 47-yard line. Be 1st and 10. Second possession for the Crystal River Pirates.
Good field position. With a sloppy field like this, you don't know if you're going to have a whole lot of big plays. So field position, I think, plays a very important role. And now we'll see if Crystal River can get something going.
Yeah, this if you didn't just tuning in and you didn't know about it, we had a downpour here, and it was the field was pretty flooded. They got it pretty cleared out already. It's pretty nice though, drained pretty well, but it is a little soggy, so there's gonna be some slippery footing going on.
Ethan McDaniel, you talked about it, quarterback. A new look at quarterback for Crystal River after the last couple of years.
Formation handoff to Parker, who gets nowhere. A loss on the yards of at least 3. And again, the dominating line for the Dunellon Tigers is where that happens.
That's the kind of play you run when you know you're probably physically not able to just line it up and run at them. So you run a little misdirection to see if you can get them maybe over pursuing a little bit. But Dunellon stayed at home nicely on that one.
And Daniels getting it. Call from the sideline. He runs over and gets him from Coach Lowry. And they're running tight formations, not spread out. Single setback. They got a pistol formation, and then Parker's going to go in motion across the face. Toss sweep, handoff, and then boom. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, but barrels his way back to the original. The first line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and make it 13.
And again, Josh Franklin making the stop on the Tigers.
Parker's coming out now.
Not a first down yet. Could be a while.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough sledding.
Parker's going to go back to quarterback as he calls the plays, and McDaniel comes out. Split it up now. Shotgun with 2 backs to each side. Ball's in the center of the field. Motion. Snap. Reverse play. He's going to look for pass. He's got some running room up the middle to the 50. Cuts back inside. Twist. Keeps on his feet.
Play.
All the way down to the 40. Breaks another tackle. Spins, and then finally he's taken down right at the 35-yard. A great run by DeAndre Parker. We have an injured Pirate. Number 75 is down on the field. Not sure what that looks like. That's Alex Wisniewski, one of the bigger players down there.
Injury timeout on the field.
And we're going to injury timeout. I think we're going to take a quick timeout, quick break here. You're watching the game of the week here on Citrus Preps live stream, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family owned and family friendly. You get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.
And we welcome you back in to the Citrus Preps Game of the Week, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC. We have an injured Pirate player down, and not sure what the injury is yet, but it looks like a lower leg injury. And that's not going to be good news because that's one of their starting linemen, Alex Wisniewski. Sophomore, 6'2", 250. And he's not moving too well.
That's going to be, I think they may have called for ambulance to come.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that works.
Well, no. Are they trying to pick him up? That would be.
It's not broken.
Well, that's really good news.
Yeah, that's better that it's not broken, that we can at least get off on it. Good hand for the injured Pirate.
He's still in a lot of pain,
Yeah.
as you can see, but the good news is.
Not sure if it's a knee or it's.
Yeah, can't put any weight on it. Wisniewski's played a lot of snaps the last couple of years for this Pirate team. Now you put the focus back on what turns out to be a nice drive. You've got it into Dunellon territory. It's right about the 35-yard line. You're chewing up some clock and an opportunity to put some points on the board early in the season.
And McDaniel comes back out. Parker's going to go into the running back position. Ethan McDaniel, a junior. Be a single setback. Parker's going to be to McDaniel's right. Two tight end set. Snap. McDaniel runs it himself. It's close. All the way out down past the 30-yard line inside. 25, 20, making 26-yard line. Gain of about 8. So the gain is 7, so it'll be 2nd and 3 on the 27-yard line. McDaniel, quarterback, single setback is Parker. Tight end to the left and right, and then snap. Handoff. Parker makes one miss in the backfield, cuts back on inside, gain of a couple, close to the first down, going to bring up 3rd and short.
And number 23 making the stop with Dunellon.
They're saying it's less than a yard away. So we'll look at McDaniel or Parker taking the ball here and run it himself. Parker is going to have a direct snap.
Try to keep you updated on some other scores. It is Bayshore 8-0 over Seven Rivers. That's at the end of one. That's a late start because of weather. Lecanto was a late start as well, as they are taking on Crescent City.
McDaniel, direct snap, quarterback sneak, goes up the middle. There's a flag on the play. Looks like he may have gotten the first down, but we'll see what the call is. They're talking to Dunellon, so it looks like it's going to be against the Pirates. That's not going to negate a first down. It's going to be a hard penalty to take for Cliff Lowry. Holding, it is called holding against Chris River. Moves it all the way back to the Dunellon Tiger 35-yard line. First, 25. So they get the first down. They give him the first down. But they're going to move it back on that end. So if you're watching us, I appreciate you joining us here at Citrus Preps on our initial broadcast. Live streaming on YouTube. Game of the week every Friday night. We'll pick one and
rain or shine. We don't care.
There you go. Shotgun formation with Parker as quarterback. Motion across the face. Snap. Toss, sweep. Drop the ball. It falls on it. Chris River recovers it. That's number 3. Kyle Robinson on the pitch, but he didn't handle it. Again, wet ball could be a factor here.
Yeah, always an issue.
So a loss of about 2 there. Actually make it 3, so brings up 2nd and 18. So Chris River was 5-5 last year under Tony Lewis. Trying to get back on track here.
And Coach Lewis, a chance to go back home is why he left, and an opportunity really couldn't pass up.
Snap, bubble screen, caught. Good run after the catch.
McDaniel, a left-handed quarterback, Mike.
That's number 9, Miles Hampton, and throwing across his body on that. Miles Hampton, a good run all the way down to the 34-yard line. Third, make it 20. 2:22 left in this first quarter, and no score here at Earl Bramlett Stadium. Second possession for Dunellon. Very slow game right now, not a lot of action, but Crystal River has dominated possession. Shotgun with Parker at quarterback. Twin receivers to the near side. Slot man in the slot. Turn, handoff. Goes up the left side and not gain much there. It's number 3 again for the Pirates, Kyle Robinson. And I'm sorry if I can't see the Dunellon Tigers.
It's white
really
on
trying
white.
to figure out what number it was. I think 21 made that tackle. Emmanuel Calabero. Sorry, it's Caballero. So it brings up 4th down, and they're not going to punt here. But Daniel's going to come in. They're going to go for it. Why not?
Well, I mean,
Not much you can do gain here on yardage situation.
You punt it, you run it into the end zone, and you only gain 14 yards.
Right.
So
we're going to go pistol formation. Single setback by Daniel. We got a flag. We have a timeout. Delay a game.
yeah,
Wow.
maybe they were trying to draw them off sides. I don't know.
Just going to move them back all the way back to the 40-yard line of Dunellon Tigers.
Down the road, it is Lecanto trailing Crescent City 7-0 in the first quarter. We mentioned Seven Rivers down 8-0 to Bayshore.
Snap, looking to pass. McDaniel throws a deep ball down in center and almost caught. It almost picked off. A good play by the strong safety.
3 defenders back there.
Jaquavian Fraziers. So turnover on downs again. Second possession coming up for Dunellon. 1 minute left in the first quarter. No score here at Pirate Stadium.
Citrus and Land O'Lakes, no score in the second. So every game in the county underway after some weather delays.
Javon Lee with a single setback to his left. Snap. Read option. Handoff. Stringing it out is Chris River. Very well done. Players are there, and they're going to lose a ton of yardage all the way back to the 30-yard line of Dunellon.
A big defensive stand. I think this is where Christopher really felt that they got dominated last year, was their defense against Dunellon's offense, and weren't able to get much penetration or any pressure. And so far it's been a very good start for Crystal River. There's a good chance they're going to make it out of this quarter with no first downs against, and Dunellon nowhere near midfield.
Yeah, the defensive ends for the Crystal River Pirates are doing a good job of staying home and taking on the blocks and bottling up. Javon Lee, again, shotgun formation, single setback, twin receivers, the far. Looking, throws a little wide out screen, a little running back screen. He's going to have room to run. He got down the sideline. Taken out just before the first down, before the 50-yard marker. Can't see who that runner was.
One of the quick little backs for Dunellon. It looked like it was Caballero.
Caballero, yep.
A young man that didn't see much time last year as a sophomore, or any that I can remember, and coming through with a nice run right there as the clock is going to run out at the end of the first quarter.
It's going to be a stop right there as they get ready to try to get this first down, 3rd and short, and they're going to have a second quarter to get this started. Nothing here at Earl Bramlett Stadium, and we're going to take another quick break. And you're listening to the Game of the Week here on Citrus Preps, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
At Crystal River Firestone, our mission is to offer you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Family owned and operated since 1977, Crystal River Firestone will not only take care of all your tire needs with our expert service, but we also offer scheduled maintenance, oil changes, brake service, and more. So head to Crystal River Firestone to see what a hometown team can do for you. Crystal River Firestone, 1010 North Suncoast Boulevard, Crystal River.
welcome you back into Citrus Prep's live stream high school football game of the week here at Earl Bramlett Stadium. Chris River versus Dunellon as they switch sides, end of the first quarter. Nothing here. Dunellon with its second possession of the half. So Dunellon with Javon Lee at quarterback, shotgun formation. The single setback to his left. Needs some substitution there for Chris River as they are missing a player.
We mentioned some of the scores. You caught them coming back from commercial break. Still 8-0 Bayshore in front of Seven Rivers, and it's Crescent City 7-0 in front of Lecanto.
Javon Lee takes it himself. At the second effort, gets the first down as he is hitting the backfield, then dives for the first down over the 50-yard line into Chris River Pirate territory. 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Tough sledding for both teams. Up to middle. You wonder if a big play is going to happen because of a slip or a fall or something with the field still being wet.
Yeah, Goolsby's on the far sideline. That's another D1 recruit. Cross it, read print option, but flag before the play.
Yeah. Interesting with Maurice Goolsby. He was a pretty early commit to the University of Florida, and Jim McElwain. And then when, of course, the staff change in Gainesville took place, it was almost immediately. He said, I'm pretty much open for recruitment. He was talking to their athletic director, Tony Maldonado. He said within about an hour of that announcement, Clemson had called him and said, we're sending a coach down to talk to him. And they went on a couple of visits and is now a verbal to Florida State and Willie Taggart.
Von Lee, snap, blitz coming, slot, slant pattern coming across, intended for number 5. That's Stefan Kratzenberg. Von Lee just a little high on the throw.
Threw that with a little heat on it, but, I mean, you see that going right through the receiver's hands. I'm sure Price Harris is saying, you got to make that catch. I mean, it was right through your hands. Could have been wet, but it's the kind of play you need to make a.
Yeah, the wide receiver is in your hands, you got to catch it. Again, Goolsby has not even been targeted yet, so it's interesting to see if they'll do it. He's 6'5". Snap, Lee, motion behind, toss, sweep. That's number 8 for Dunellon. He cuts it back inside and is hit right there, but he spins and gets close down to the 50-yard line, back close to the original line of scrimmage. It's number 8.
That's
Linwood
the second
Daniels.
time. Yeah, Linwood Daniels both times tonight. He's for the stop. Wasn't it number 8 for Crystal River? I thought stepped up and missed the initial contact, but slowed him down enough.
Twin receivers to this near sideline. Javon Lee. Snap, looking, flag. Maybe a free play, but he's under pressure. Lee gets out, scrambles to his right, wide open sideline, but somebody's covering. He throws across the body and intended for Goolsby, just couldn't get it.
Feeling that's going to be offsides against Crystal River because it came from the near side official who tossed it up as soon as the ball was snapped. That's usually what it means, but false illegal motion against Dunellon.
Huh.
Usually you blow that dead.
Yeah, I was going to say that was a dead play. I don't know why I'm still calling it. So
they decline it, and that'll be 4th down, and that'll be a punt.
10:28 left in this first half. No score here at Pirate Stadium. Back deep for Chris River. Parker and Jaden. Williams. Hunter looking at it, snap high, catches it with one hand, but gets it off. Good recovery. And he's hit. He's knocked over. As the up back tries to come to the ball goes all the way down to the 20-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Chris River. This is their 3rd possession of the first half. So no score here. If you're just watching, tuning us in, we appreciate that. Every Friday night, we'll be here at Citrus Preps, Friday night game of the week, live streaming on YouTube.
Personal foul against the Pirates, 15 yards, back to the 5-yard line, 1st and 10.
They're going to move it back as they have a penalty. I believe that
hurts. Start the drive deeper in your own territory.
Moves it all the way back to the 10-yard line, so 10-yard penalty on that.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
So 1st and 10, third possession of the first half for Chris River, and McDaniels again back at quarterback with Parker to his right. Handoff, Reed, Parker cuts it back inside. It's a good gain on first down as he gets all the way out close to the first down marker. About an 8-yard gain.
That certainly helps big time when you can get a play like that deep in your own shadow of your goalpost.
Yeah, Jacron Thompson was the tackler for Dunellon. Finally got DeAndre Parker down. Second, and you call it 2 yards. So Coach Lowry rotating quarterbacks. Parker now is under center, not under center, in the shotgun. You can look at it as a keeper, comes right in and taken down by a good play. Looks like Maurice Jeffries coming in there, that middle linebacker.
I think that's just, obviously, I think when you're talking
key.
pure quarterback, Ethan McDaniel, the guy you're going to want to throw the ball, a little better arm, but we've seen, for the last couple of years, DeAndre Parker has played a lot of quarterback, maybe more equipped to handle the rushing part of the game, and plus he's just one of their big playmakers, and seen that over the years. Krista River has always tried to figure out a way to get the ball in the hands of some of their quicker guys, and now a timeout for Krista River. They're just struggling on this drive, but it's important, Mike, because they are backed up inside the 20. We talked about field position. Dunellon has been able to flip it now. I mean, Krista River, midway through the first quarter, had the ball down near the 30-yard line, and then Dunellon was able to force a punt. They got near midfield, across midfield, and now they've got a chance to really get some good field position here. It's third and about 5, so certainly manageable for Cliff Lowry, and that's probably, I think, why you call the timeout. You want to be real careful here. Yeah, you want to.
And you try to eliminate mistakes. You don't want a mistake down here.
Right. I mean, if you can pick this up, you can still run some more clock. You're closer to getting out of your own shadow of your goalpost, and maybe you can put a drive together. But if you make a bad call here, then you're really stacked up deep, because I think overall, Coach Lowry's got to be happy with the first almost quarter and a half right now.
Definitely.
I mean, you've avoided any big plays by Dunellon. I think that would be one of the things you're worried most about is those playmakers for Dunellon. We mentioned, at the wide receiver, they've got a couple of real good ones for Dunellon, and, Goolsby has had one pass, I think, thrown in his direction. It was overthrown, so he's been a non-factor.
He has, and I think you'll see a little bit more in that in the second half if they don't get the ball to him more. Motion across, handoff. There's a flag on the play, and he's going all the way down to the 20-yard line. Gets the first down, but we'll see what the flag is called.
That'll be a big one, because that'll be a hold, and that'll come back 10 yards from the spot of the hold more than likely, although having a discussion about it, and now they return the favor with the illegal motion on Crystal River.
Hollis on the carry. We'll see what the call is here.
It was illegal motion on Crystal River.
Okay.
Yep.
They are going to move it back. And they'll replay things down. Crystal River eating off the clock. They had a lot of possession time, actually more than Dunellon, but still has not gotten too far into the Tigers' zone. 8:56 left in the first half. Spreading it out now as McDaniel goes back to the quarterback position, trip receivers to the far sideline. McDaniel looking, blitz coming. That's when Jeffries out the front, throws a wide receiver screen on. He dropped it. He's got to pick it up. I don't know if that was a fumble or not. It wasn't. They're going to say it's an incomplete pass, and that'll be 4th down for Chris River.
Yeah, you got to be careful here.
Yeah. Got number 8 back for number 1 back for Dunellon.
Yeah, 1 and 8 both back there.
1.
Split back on each side.
Troy Hamilton. I've got Linwood Daniels, but I think at number 8 is Timbanu Hollis. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've got Linwood Daniels. There's a high snap. Blitz coming and almost blocked, but he got up. Maybe he did get a piece of it.
And that's going to be right about the 20-yard line.
Nice play.
Inside the 20, they're going to stop it at the 15-yard line. So we
did get a piece of it.
Talked about you backed up, you hurry up, and now Dunellon with a chance to get on the board first with some fantastic field position.
8:45 left as we get ready for Dunellon. Javon Lee, number 21, to his left. That's Caballero. Snap, looking, little real quick screen, little turnaround pass, and skipped it to his receiver.
Yeah, had some space out there, but couldn't come up with it. Saw it a lot the last couple of years, that jump ball in the corner of the end zone for Goolsby. He'll be split out probably to the right. He's out to the right, and as you mentioned, Linwood Daniels to the left. He's another big target, but
yeah, he's one-on-one with
and it's undersized out there.
It is. They should be looking at him, and they don't. They throw it another, and it's dropped right in his hands as Javon Lee delivers the football, but
I think this
incomplete.
is where you say, okay, tried it twice. Let's go to the other side.
Why are we not going to the guy who's
throwing this to the back pylon off to the right for Goolsby and see if he can come up with it?
Yes.
But this is potentially a big stop for Crystal River. If they can stop this and hold them to a field goal attempt with this kind of field, wet field goal is no automatic at all.
That's right. Javon Lee, snap, looking. Goolsby's one-on-one, but he's going to take it himself.
Oh, they got it diagnosed nicely.
And I tell you what, Crystal River's defensive ends are pretty good. Number 21 for Crystal River, that's Dihaje Abate, sophomore.
Nice pursuit from the backside, and now
they're going to go for it.
Not only do you disrupt that drive, but yeah, it's 4th and long. Now you just got to, you tell your defenders, knock it down, because then we get it back. You don't want to come up with the interception at the 1-yard line.
Yeah.
Although it's hard to tell a defensive back when it's in his hands to purposely drop it.
They're going to move Goolsby to the left-hand side on the wide side of the field.
Surprised there has not been a ball thrown
totally agree with you.
in his direction. And that play wasn't set up to be a throw either. That was a run.
Javon Lee now, snap, low snap, is looking Goolsby's way, throws it into the end zone, and Goolsby was went out an out pattern, was out and up, looked like a double move pattern, and they did not talk to each other as Lee
How about that
for the
Pirates?
Good stand by the Crystal River Pirates. So 3 possessions, no scores here, both teams. This will be the 4th possession for Crystal River as they take over on the 21-yard line, 20-yard line. 7:43 left in this first half. No score here at Crystal River Pirates.
I think that's probably the surprise of the night. No score in this one. I mean, I thought there'd be some points with the field and everything else.
The pistol formation with 2 backs to each side of McDaniel. 1 wide out here to the near sideline. Motion. That's Parker coming across. Snap. McDaniel pitch. And he's hit in the backfield. He cannot even get. He's going to lose at least 3 yards. See where they mark it. It's going to be 2nd and 13 as they lose 3. Defensive line for Dunellon doing a good job of penetrating through those gaps in order to break up that play. And you've got a pretty good middle linebacker there, and Maurice Jeffries is continually stunting through those gaps. Parker now switching the quarterback. Shotgun with 2 sidecars. Motion across the face. Snap. Bobbled. Tried to get a fake pass, but Johnny's going to take it himself. Comes out to the 20, makes 1 miss, and then he's hit by a host of them.
That's
he's thrown
almost
outside.
out of bounds for a late hit, but no.
We're going to call it, but
that's
they did not.
As close as you can come. I think they're saying he had him by the waist as he was going out of bounds, maybe.
6:46, but Coach Lowry's not too happy on that not call. 6:46 left in the first half. 0-0 is your score. Dunellon very good team, but maybe have a little jitters here in this first half.
Yeah, and plus, you get jacked up all day long for this game. You ride here, and then you got to sit around for an extra 30, 45 minutes, and I think it just lends itself to some sloppiness. Plus, the field's a little sloppy.
Daniels comes back in quarterback, has a 3 receivers on the far side. 1 step back to McDaniel's side. He looks at, takes a 2-step drop, rush coming. There's a wide receiver. Andre Parker screen in the middle. Parker makes 2 misses and gets all the way out, and he does get the first down. A great call by Coach Lowry.
And a good execution there by McDaniel. I mean, it takes a little bit there to fake that pass, knowing that the rush is coming right at you, and then to hit the receiver running back coming through on that little screen. That was beautifully executed, and that'll help the confidence of the quarterback. I don't think there's any question it'll help Ethan McDaniel feel a little more comfortable that, okay, I can take a little extra time and still be okay.
We're going to take it's water break time here at Earl Brownman Stadium. 0-0 your score, 6:34 left in the first half. You're listening or watching Game of the Week here on Citrus Preps, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
You're out! Are you striking out with other plumbers? Hit a home run with Mike Scott Plumbing with no overtime charges. That's right, 24/7, nights, weekends, and even holidays. That's straight time, anytime, all the time. Hit a grand slam by liking us on Facebook, and you could win 2 tickets to a Tampa Rays baseball game. For fast quality service, just call 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
And welcome back into Citrus Preps live stream Game of the Week on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in, either on the car listening or on your laptop or on your iPad, or heck, you can watch it on your TV now with a smart TV. You're watching on the big screen. We're back here at 0-0. No score here. Chris River versus Dunellon. Handoff. Inside cut. That's Bresson. The fumble. Ball's out. Picked up by Dunellon, and he brings it forward. All the way down to looks like they're going to mark it right at the 35-yard line.
That would have been close to another first down for Crystal River. That's a huge momentum swing there, and that's what you can't do if you're Crystal River, is give extra possessions away, and they had a little something going there.
They did. Wasn't sure who the ball carrier was on that. I believe it was Jaden Williams.
Yeah, it was. Sure. He came around the left side and lost it.
Clock's running. This will be the 4th possession for Dunellon, starting 2 of those in the Chris River territory. Javon Lee, Goolsby to the left in the trip receiver formation. Lee with 1 setback, low snap, read option, hands off to the setback, and battling, gets back to the line of scrimmage as he was hit behind the line. But a good second effort brings him down, maybe a couple yards on the game. Brings up 2nd and call it 8.5, maybe 9. Clock winding down here in the first half. If you're just tuning into us, appreciate you doing that. We'll be doing this every Friday night right here on YouTube. Again, trip receivers. Goolsby in the slot. Wide receiver screen here. 1 block. Looks like some hold there, but he gets away with it. Good run and catch. Can't see that. I believe that's Kratzenberg. It is Stefan Kratzenberg on the reception as he gets the first down. So Goolsby's been targeted once in this game.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of keeping him quiet.
Well, they got Darius Orr, who's going to follow Goolsby all the way around. He's switching sides on both one. Lee, snap, read option. Gets him in the backfield. Great play by Chris River. Can't see who that is. That is 28. That's Jaden Williams cutting in from the defensive end. He's knifes in and grabs the tackler for a loss. 2nd and 13. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Lee, snap, looking, wide receiver screen there. Slow, low pass. And there's calling it incomplete. And he just did not have any juice on that. Intended for number 1, Troy Hamilton. So far, Chris River putting up a pretty good fight against some pretty athletic guys on Dunellon offense.
Yeah, they have done a real good job. I mean, you're 5 minutes away from getting out of this half tied. I mean, even if it's you give up a score, you feel really good. But, boy, you can hold them again here, third and beyond the sticks.
Blitz coming for Lee, looking, going to roll right, throws a middle screen. That's Kratzenberg, catches it at the 20-yard line, goes up straight up the middle. Looks like he's just short of the goal line. A little in pattern. And it's Kratzenberg, it looks like he's coming out hurt. 4:50 left, and Dunellon is threatening. First and goal. They're at the 3-yard line. Lee with Goolsby, one-on-one with Orr over in the corner. Lee looks over. Snap, handoff. Left side, and there's no call yet. Now we get the touchdown call late. Touchdown, Dunellon Tigers. 6 points on the board. Number 21, Caballero on the run, off the left tackle. It looks like Caballero is also doing the kicking duties. They're going to go for 2 here. They'll line up now. Now they're going to go
set it back up.
Set it back up. Trying to see who that is. It's like number 18. Kick is up. Kick it is good. Drew and Bugs doing the kicking duties. So 7-0 your score here. 4:28 left in the first half. Fourth possession for Dunellon, and they get on the board.
Yeah, big play on third down. Gets them in real good position, and they punch it in for the first score of the night, the first score of the season for the Tigers, and they're out to a 7-0 lead. And now as you look at the clock, 4:28 left. If you're Cliff Lowry and the Pirates, Mike, I think you're saying, okay, I'd love to score, but let's try to get some clock and get out here and make sure it's only 7-0 at the break and it doesn't get any worse than that. So I'm sure this will be met with a little conservative play calling, but you also want to be able to pick up a couple of first downs if you can.
And Parker back along with number 21 for Chris Schroeder. That's Abate. Number 19, Bug. Kick. Nice kick to the left side, tucked by the up back. Number 8 at the 15-yard line. Goes to the left sideline and then taken down. Nice tackle there. Can't see that as number 20 for Dunellon, Ricardo Jimenez. So 5th possession for Crystal River as they get ready in their own territory. 4:22 left, down by 7. McDaniel's going to come back at quarterback. Parker's going to switch the running back.
As we said, you got to keep your eye on the clock. Want to make a play and a first down or two if you can, but you certainly don't want to make a mistake right now. Good first half for Crystal River. They're right in this ball game.
In a pistol formation, number 3, Kyle Robinson behind him. McDaniels fakes it and has crossbuck, and John Parker cuts back all the way against the grain, gets a great run, and gets the first down.
That's a big
Good
play.
10-yard run for Parker as he was go left side and then cut back against the grain and goes right side, gets the first down. 1st and 10 for Chris River. 4:14. Clock stops as they get started again. Move the change. Ball's on the 35-yard line in Chris River. A late comer into the huddle for Chris River. McDaniel is going to be in the quarterback position. Parker is taking a breather right now. Blitz coming up the middle, yet McDaniels gets blasted before he can even get to the line of scrimmage and loses a good 3 yards. They're going to bring him back. They're getting 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. Dunellon running a lot of stunts up the middle with Jeffries and cutting the gap between the guard and the tackle, and it's really paying off as they get some pressure back in the backfield. Daniel now. Shotgun again. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Parker in the slot. Blitz coming again. Toss pass and then throws it up for grabs. It's going to go up and it's going to be intercepted. Dunellon takes it right down at the 45-yard line. I don't know if that's Jaquavian Frazier's. I believe that strong safety that comes over and takes it out of the air. Ball is just hung up like a big melon up there and able to take care of it.
That's the key. I mean, that you got to throw. I don't know if it slipped out of his hand or not, but you got to throw that towards the sidelines if you can.
Yeah. That was a double move again. He faked the short pass and then went for the deep ball. And
that's the same one that kind of ran that tunnel screen. Yeah. This time they went back outside.
Yeah.
Not where nearly as effective.
So Lee now with empty backfield. He's going to take 2 steps looking for Goolsby down the slot and almost caught, but led him just a little too much.
Had a step.
That's the 3rd time that they've targeted Goolsby.
Starting to try to get him a little bit more involved now, you can tell.
I mean, is that Goolsby or Frazier? I can't tell the difference with these two guys. Number 10 or Goolsby's number 9. It's hard to see what's over there. They both about the same size, 6'5".
Yeah, usually Goolsby split far right is where he spends most of his time.
Lee in the shotgun, single setback. Motion across the face, read, cross. Nice play, gain of a couple yards there. Good tackle by Chris River. I think that's Jaden Williams again coming up.
And Noah Gleason making the stop to the punt.
2:37 and counting. 3rd and 7.
Big play here. Force him to punt with 2.5 to go. You could certainly get out of here.
Jaquavian Frazier's is the one that's been playing there. I haven't seen Goolsby's on the far sideline, I believe now. Snap. And pressure coming on Javon Lee, and he is brought down for a big loss as they blitz through the Dunellon line. Number 25, that's Abate.
He's having himself a nice first half. Citrus and Land O'Lakes, Mike, no score at the end of the first half.
Wow. Parker back along with Jaden Williams. Number 21, for Dunellon doing the kicking, Caballero, thank you. Snap just inside. It's a short snap, it's a fake. Thrown out to Frazier's, and he is cut down short before the first down.
I think he's short of the first down.
I think so, too. That's a great play by Noah Bresson.
I mean, you give up the trick play, but it turns out to not be a first down. Couldn't have worked out any better.
It was a great recognition by Bresson as he got back out there and made that tackle.
You're Dunellon and you see that completed. You're thinking, we've got him. We've just pulled it off. But great play, you're right, by Bresson to read it and not get nervous or overly excited when you see that fake. Sometimes you get yourself out of position, but he didn't, and it works out well for the Pirates. 1:28, and they've got the ball just across the 35-yard line. Chance to do something here at the end of the first half.
Pistol formation, McDaniel in the quarterback position. Motion, snap. That's Jaden Williams going to try to go to far left. Cuts back inside, and good little cutback as he plants his foot and gets a couple yards. Gain of about 3, 2nd and 7.
You wonder if they're just going to take it nice and smooth here.
Take it out of the halftime.
Feel good. Down 7-0.
McDaniel now again, pistol formation. Kyle Robinson behind him. Snap. Handoff. Parker come to the near sideline. Cuts back inside. Got a hole. He's going to the 25, 45, 50. One man to break. Breaks the tackle into the category, and he's fumbled the ball.
We're going to see if he stepped out of bounds. That'll be interesting to call, and I think they're not calling him out of bounds.
They're saying he was in bounds before he fumbled, so Parker loses the ball right at the Dunellon 45.
They're talking about it, but they are saying that was a fumble in bounds.
Yep. So Parker with a good run, but loses at the end. And Dunellon recovers with 43 seconds left in his first half.
Boy, big play right there, as you would be inside Dunellon territory with about 45 seconds left. Now, see what the Tigers can do.
Frazier's is over there now. Goolsby, I don't see much of him. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out where he's at, but Frazier's is there on this sideline. Blitz coming. Javon Lee re-tackling, and a great blitz by Jaden Williams, who just sliced through that line and got number 25. That's Ashton Bosley. Ashton Bosley, I'm sorry. Bosley from his linebacker position goes in.
Dunellon looks like they are content with letting
they're going to go to
the clock, or maybe they'll go one deep perhaps with the clock under 10 seconds now.
Or on Frazier's on the far sideline. 1-on-1. It's going to be taken by Lee. We got a flag on the play. He bounces off, and then Christopher finally wraps him up. And it's the end of the half right there, but a flag on the play. We'll see what the
can't end on a defensive penalty, but it looks like it's against Dunellon. Coach Lowry looks like he'll decline it and say, let's go to the half.
And it is against Dunellon, and that will be the end of the half with the Dunellon Tigers leading the Chris River Pirates here at Earl Bramlin Stadium 7-0. But a good game here on our first broadcast of the game of the week at Citrus Preps. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with some more football and halftime entertainment here on the Citrus Preps game of the week, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
You're out! Are you striking out with other plumbers? Hit a home run with Mike Scott Plumbing with no overtime charges. That's right, 24/7, nights, weekends, and even holidays. That's straight time, anytime, all the time. Hit a grand slam by liking us on Facebook, and you could win 2 tickets to a Tampa Rays baseball game. For fast quality service, just call 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family-owned and family-friendly. You get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.
At Crystal River Firestone, our mission is to offer you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Family owned and operated since 1977, Crystal River Firestone will not only take care of all your tire needs with our expert service, but we also offer scheduled maintenance, oil changes, brake service, and more. So head to Crystal River Firestone to see what a hometown team can do for you. Crystal River Firestone, 1010 North Suncoast Boulevard, Crystal River.
Changing your kitchen or bath? Let the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms help you update your old kitchen or bathroom. For over 33 years, the Deem family has provided quality products and services to homeowners and builders, from total remodels to changing out your countertops.
DCI Countertops is our 15,000 square foot facility for manufacturing your silestone, granite, and Corian countertops. We can provide all your countertop needs directly from the manufacturer. So for your next project, remember the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms and DCI Countertops.
Don't dream it.
Deem it.
And we welcome you back to Friday Night Football here on Citrus Preps, live streaming on YouTube. Appreciate you tuning in, guys.
This is
and
the
I'm Mike
worst,
Deem.
the
He's
worst
Brett
view
Newsom.
of the night right here.
Yeah, you don't want to see two of the ugly mugs here.
No.
You want to see the field. But, hey, a good game going here at the Earl Bramlin Stadium.
I don't really know what we expected going in. I mean, you look at last year and you say 40-0, a lot of the same folks
Year
for
before,
Dunellon.
60-0.
Yeah, and, coaching change for Crystal River. I think you probably expected a little bit of what you saw from the Pirate offense, which was just having a hard time getting things going against a very good Dunellon team. But I think if you're Crystal River, you're looking at that first half saying, if it wasn't for a 5-yard punt, we probably would be tied 0-0. As it stands right now, it's 7-0, and the confidence for Cliff Lowry and his team has got to be sky high right now, especially on the defensive side of the ball with the way that they have handled the playmakers Dunellon has. I mean, we mentioned we've talked more about Goolsby not being involved than what he actually has been involved. And,
right.
Javon Lee has been essentially a non-factor, even with his feet, running the football, throwing the ball. He's been off at times. Receivers have been either not in the right position or a couple went through their hands.
You know, it's the first game of the season for everybody. Yeah, they had a preseason game, but that's kind of fitting people in, trying to figure out things. But defense always rules in these first games. You know, they got a little bit easier. They can make more athletic plays. There's not as much timing involved in it. So that's what we're seeing here, I think, a little bit with Dunellon. Hopefully they'll come out with a little bit more fire in the second half. But Chris River Pirate defense has been really good, keeping them on the outside, inside, and not letting get them outside and keeping them off the edge.
Yeah, they've done a real good job, and I think if you're Krista River, the coaching staff just went by us into the halftime locker room, and they just said turnovers. We can't do that, and you know that'll be the key to any game, but especially when you're playing a team that maybe man for man is better than you. Man for man, they've got more people than you, so they can play a few more. But yeah, you have to feel really good if you're Krista River, but you also can say there's things that we can improve on, man. I mean, there's nothing that says that Dunellon is 3 touchdowns better than us that we saw in the first half.
Right.
And hold on to the football a little bit. And, the mistakes, none of it I would say were anything to do with a wet ball, sloppy field. It was just, not securing the football. And, I mean, the interesting thing for Krista River, I think offensively will be who can make the big play. I mean, obviously, who the guys you want to get the ball to, but Dunellon knows that too.
Yeah, and they haven't had any explosive plays, and I think that's one of the big
right
things.
there at the end of the second quarter that turns into a fumble. Still would have been difficult because it had been about, a minute left, and they'd have been at the Dunellon 45, so it still would have been difficult to get points on the board, but you never know. I mean, you put the ball down inside midfield, and you could break a tackle or throw one up and have a defender fall. So I still think Cliff Lowry feels good about what has happened, but he's probably on his guys about turnovers. Penalties I didn't think were a huge factor. A couple of third down ones set them back, but in terms of the coaches being mad about sloppy plays, there wasn't a lot of that. I think Price Harris for Dunellon is saying, we got to catch the ball when it's thrown our way. We've got to be able to hold our blocks, and how are we letting Crystal River play with us on the offensive and defensive lines, because he's used to his guys winning those battles up front, and give credit to Crystal River for making a big adjustment from what we've seen the last 2 years.
Yeah, DeAndre Pucker for Crystal River doing the bulk of the load right now with the running game. Jaden Williams helping out in that. On the other side, Javon Lee, quarterback, doing most of the runs, are doing read options on it. They're not, passing. They've been somewhat balanced on that, I believe, but the drop balls and so the overthrows are going to make a difference on them.
And the passing that we've seen, the biggest passing play was a ball that was caught a yard behind the line of scrimmage, that little tunnel screen. We've seen one thrown out, and that was picked off by Dunellon. So I think Crystal River is going to have to show that they can get the ball downfield through the air a little bit. They've got to make a completion more than 5 yards past the line of scrimmage to loosen up that Dunellon defense, because right now they're just saying, okay, you're going to run the ball or it's going to be a screen pass, and they're loading up 8-9 guys in the box, and there really is no reason for them to put a whole lot of pressure on the backside of their defense, because there's nothing that Crystal River's done, so that's going to have to change.
Well, you can see that, too, with how many tackles Jaquavian Fraser has for the strong safety position in Dunellon. So if he's coming up that fast on it, they're not worried about the pass.
Yeah, absolutely. So, still a pretty good first half. I think in terms of the score, in terms of competitiveness, wasn't overly sloppy, as we said, even though the field is kind of wet. It was a late start, but still, I think a pretty well-played game. And as you mentioned earlier, start of the season, you expect the defenses to probably play a little bit better. And, with that being said, you give Crystal River's defense a ton of credit, because they, even if some of the guys didn't play a lot the last couple of years, they know they've been slapped around the last 2 years by this Dunellon offensive line and by their skill position players, and that has not happened at all tonight.
Yeah, I think, we want to tell everybody to appreciate that you're tuning in here on live stream on YouTube, Citrus Preps, and I want to thank Eagle Buick GMC for doing the sponsorship for us, so we can have this and broadcast this live. Also, you'll be able to take and look at it anytime you want.
Right.
You can go back and look at it. It's going to be archived on our website. I'm sorry,
YouTube
on our
channel.
YouTube channel, thank you. And then subscribe to it, and so you can see it, anything you want to do. We're doing podcasts for every school. We're actually updating things, and you'll have snippets on the schools, on their practices, and
Absolutely.
injuries,
Stories
and talk to
all,
coaches.
all season long.
Right.
And so keep it right there. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and as we said, YouTube is where everything will run through, and we certainly appreciate the support that we've gotten and received so far from not just the fans out there, from the coaches, the athletic directors. They've made it about as easy as we could have hoped for. So we are thrilled with the way things have gone the first couple weeks, and a really nice game of the week to start. Speaking of game of the week, next week we'll see Dunellon again as they travel back into Citrus County as they take on Citrus High School. The Hurricanes, at last update, were tied with Land O'Lakes at halftime. So that's, I don't know if that's really a surprise. I think maybe,
Land O'Lakes rebuilding a little bit.
Yeah, you don't really know what's going on with Land O'Lakes, a new coach coming in. Crescent City at last report was ahead of Lecanto 7-0. Bayshore was ahead of Seven Rivers 8-0. We'll keep you updated on those scores as the night. Some other ones to let you know: South Sumter around the area, all over Leesburg, 37-7. That is a big one, as South Sumter played a lot of young kids last year.
Yeah.
And those young kids are now experienced, and when you've got 175 of them like South Sumter does, it certainly helps. So we'll try to keep you updated on everything if we can throughout the rest of the night and around the county. As we said, really a busy night for the county with all four schools at home. It happens.
Delayed too.
Happens every once in a while, but all four at home. So folks driving around enjoying this beautiful weather, and it has turned into actually a
really
decent
nice.
night. So we'll keep you updated as we go through the rest of tonight. Those are the scores as we have them right now. And as we said, our score right here is 7-0, Dunellon in front of Crystal River at the half. So we'll pause for a quick break, and then we will be back with more of your halftime festivities. We're hoping to bring you a little bit of the band.
We were.
In
They
action.
didn't go on the field.
Well, I think it's maybe a little too wet. They're down in the end zone, so perhaps a little too wet for
Football players playing in the rain. Come on. Players.
they got expensive uniforms. the man, that costs a lot, so you got to be careful with that. So we'll pause for a quick break. As Mike said, we certainly appreciate the support of our sponsors, especially Eagle Buick GMC, for sponsoring our live game of the week each and every Friday night. So we'll be back with more of our game of the week here on Citrus Preps.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family-owned and family-friendly. You get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.
At Crystal River Firestone, our mission is to offer you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Family owned and operated since 1977, Crystal River Firestone will not only take care of all your tire needs with our expert service, but we also offer scheduled maintenance, oil changes, brake service, and more. So head to Crystal River Firestone to see what a hometown team can do for you. Crystal River Firestone, 1010 North Suncoast Boulevard, Crystal River.
Are you striking out with other plumbers? Hit a home run with Mike Scott Plumbing with no overtime charges. That's right, 24/7, nights, weekends, and even holidays. That's straight time, anytime, all the time. Hit a grand slam by liking us on Facebook, and you could win 2 tickets to a Tampa Rays baseball game. For fast quality service, just call 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Changing your kitchen or bath? Let the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms help you update your old kitchen or bathroom. For over 33 years, the Deem family has provided quality products and services to homeowners and builders, from total remodels to changing out your countertops.
DCI Countertops is our 15,000 square foot facility for manufacturing your silestone, granite, and Corian countertops. We can provide all your countertop needs directly from the manufacturer. So for your next project, remember the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms and DCI Countertops.
Don't dream it.
Deem it.
And we welcome you back into live stream Citrus Preps game of the week right here from Earl Brownman Stadium. The Chris River Pirates down by 7 here at halftime. And we got a couple of updates on some scores.
Yeah, as still 7-0. The latest update we have from Lecanto as they trail Crescent City. Land O'Lakes and Citrus have gone to the half. Nobody put anything up on the board offensively in that one. Seven Rivers tied it up with Bayshore Christian at 8 apiece. We talked to Monty Van this week from Seven Rivers, and they had a good night on the ground a week ago as they traveled up to St. Edwards and had a solid ground game. He was sort of bemoaning some turnovers too, as I think most coaches do this early in the season. But good test tonight against Bayshore as they are tied 8-8. And we mentioned Citrus no score with Land O'Lakes. I think that's not a huge ball game in terms of how it'll affect the entire season, but I think it means a lot to the Citrus kids to try and get off to a good start. They had that win in the Classic last Friday night against Leesburg, and we talked about how Classic and final scores really mean absolutely nothing. But I think for Citrus, with everything they've gone through, we talked about the passing of senior Alec McMurray the day before school started. It was, I think, a little more important for them to have not just a good game, but maybe something to feel good about, like a win. Right. Alec's mother actually made the trip over to Leesburg. She was given the game ball by Nate Varnador. And so I think that probably helped the process, the grieving process. And Coach Varnador talked about it. I mean, he told him, you went through everything you went through this week. You grieved. You dealt with the memorial service. You had to play a football game. And now it's time to do sort of what Alec would want. Let's go out and, don't feel bad and sorry for yourself and go 0-10. You can still feel the pain, but try to go 10-0.
Yeah.
And so I think that's an important game for them. And, I think also Citrus, one of those teams that, last year was tied for first place in the district standings. Missed out on the playoffs because of the point system, because of some early season losses, and Coach Varnador talked about that this is a team in Land O'Lakes that's got an opportunity to win some football games, which is going to help them with their points. And if you want to be a playoff team, and Citrus does, everybody does this year, but I think Citrus feels like they have a realistic chance. You got to win these kind of games to get into the playoffs. Yeah. And we found out last year with the way the point system works, you can't rely on other people to help you at the end of the year, and you need as many wins as possible as you go through the year. So a big second half, I think, for Citrus, because then next week we mentioned they've got Dunellon coming to town, and who knows what's going to happen in the second half, but you would have to expect that to be a heck of a ball game as well.
Definitely. And again, we want to thank Eagle Buick GMC as they're sponsoring our live stream on YouTube. About a minute left here as the Dunellon Tigers come out and get ready to warm up for the second half, and Chris River does the same. Good ball game here at Pirate Stadium.
Yeah, reminder to folks on YouTube, after you check us out, go ahead, follow, subscribe us. If you subscribe to us, you'll be getting the notifications when we have new videos pop up each and every week, and so you can keep track of everything that's going on here in Citrus County. That's our focus. That's what we will do for the next 9 months, the entire school year, cover as much as we can. And to those of you who are watching either live or sometime at your leisure, you can, as we said, follow us, subscribe, like us, and get in touch with us.
Yeah.
Story ideas, any ideas you have. We want to shine the spotlight on the student athletes of Citrus County and give them the coverage that they deserve. So this is for Citrus County, for the student athletes, and we want the mamas and the daddies and the grandmas and grandpas and aunts and uncles to be able to see their kids shine and enjoy these wonderful high school years of athletic competition, because unfortunately we know sometimes, most of the time, it ends real quick, and it ends
fast.
Yeah,
Mine went really fast.
Yeah, it sure does. So we're looking forward to this endeavor, and it's off to a good start. And maybe perhaps the shocker of the season could happen in week one right here as we're broadcasting it live. So we'll see.
It'd be nice. All right, about ready to get started here as they put the 2-minute timer down and they're warming up. Just want to thank again everybody that you're subscribing to us and keep an eye on us, because we're going to be, and Brett does a lot of the work on the field work and the videography, and he's going to be at the practices, he's going to be doing at the games, and if you're ever interested, or maybe your son or daughter are interested in this kind of a business, as we got started here, we wanted to showcase, again, student athletes of Citrus County, but also be able to, hey, if you want to try to get into this, you can maybe try to help us out. If you want to give us a tweet or a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they can see if we can help you out with maybe an internship or something. But there's a lot of things that we're going to be doing. We're getting started here just this year, first year. And one of the background thoughts that we had when we started this was that, Tampa Bay Times and the Tampa Bay area doesn't really come up this far to cover us. And then the Marion County school papers and blogs and everything do not come down to us. So we're like in this little enclave. And so we're going to try to cover as much as we can with high school sports and give you guys the best coverage that we think we can at this particular time.
Yeah, we'll do our very best, and not just a personal shout-out, but I know we both appreciate it, Mike. The score, the camera, the graphics, courtesy tonight of Bryce and Brady Knutson, no relation to me. Also on social media, Taylor Knutson helps out with our Instagram as well, because that is way, way, way over my head. I can tweet. I know how to do that. I can post on Facebook, but as my kids tell me, Facebook is for old people.
Old people, yeah. That's what
it's
it is
amazing.
Old people now.
But
what's the newest thing, guys? We want to make sure we're on that.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you're not Snapchatting, Mike, you're just not chatting at all.
I don't snap it at all.
Okay, good.
I can't snap that far.
We don't do that yet. We may, but we don't. But we've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and as we said, check us out, like us, do all that kind of stuff, and it's only going to get better from here on out. And as Mike mentioned a couple times, appreciate the folks in the business community that have jumped on board with us, Eagle, Buick, GMC. You know the Baldners well, and they've not a surprise. They're big supporters of high school sports.
And the Phillips, who own the actual Eagle, Buick, GMC, they're very big. Rob Phillips was a great big supporter of high school athletics, but it would definitely. We got a couple other sponsors that are coming on board, and we'll slowly weed everybody in. But Firestone, we appreciate Bob and Betty Blakely. They definitely jumped on board here, and we've got a couple more coming on.
Mike Scott Plumbing.
Yes, Sean Scott, definitely a big supporter of high school athletics.
I'll say this, and I hope Sean hears. I think he's just a real big athletic supporter.
Is there a drum roll here? A rim shot? I got a rim shot on this one.
That's for you, Sean.
Well done. All right, we're getting ready here for the second half kickoff. Live streaming on YouTube at Citrus Preps. So if you want to subscribe to us, you can watch this game anytime, anywhere, any place, and with any amount of clothes on it, however you want to do it.
I will say this. We were looking at our YouTube analytics the other night, and this is no joke. Italy, there was a view in Italy, and the other view I think was in Ireland. So obviously, we're doing well overseas. So hopefully the Ireland comes with
that's Gaelic football. Gaelic football you're looking at. Chris Rivers going to do the kicking duties too. Dunellon as they get ready to receive. Two receivers back deep for the Tigers, standing on their own 10-yard line. Chris Rivers.
Big possession, I think, here for the Pirates, Mike, to get a stop and maybe get some field position.
Good kickoff is taken at the 10-yard line. Right side, cuts back, missed tackles a couple there, and then finally drags a couple of players all the way out. Down to the 31-yard line, be 1st and 10 for Dunellon's first possession of the second half here for the Tigers.
See what adjustments, if any, Bryce Harris and the Tigers will make. I would assume, Mike, most of their adjustments is just making some plays. I think they want to see a little more domination on the offensive line, but also I think they want to see some execution, especially throwing the football.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if Jaquavian Frazier's is number 10 or is Goolsby is number 9, but he has a great handoff. The ball's out. It's a fumble.
And there it is.
And it is recovered. That's a great play by Chris River Pirates, number 11.
It looks like
it's Tyler Sandek. On the recovery.
And number 9 recovered it for.
No, he's on the hit then. Sandek was in
It was
there.
Miles Hampton.
Miles Hampton on that recovery.
Miles Hampton, we talked to him leading up to this game in our preseason preview, and he said, look, they got some dudes over there that we're worried about, but we can make some plays.
First turnover by the Tigers.
Always beware of the dudes.
Dudes are the dudes.
But now, you talk about, we thought he'd get 3 and out in some field position. How about a turnover and a chance for Crystal River inside the 25-yard line, by far their best field position of the night.
So they're going to go DeAndre Parker now in the quarterback position. Shotgun, 2 sidecars, motion across the face. That's Hampton. It's going to be Parker taking his own self, goes to the left side, cuts back inside, and gets a good yardage all the way inside the 20-yard line. So Parker is inside the Dunellon Tiger red zone.
Julian Tucci making the stop, number 2 of the Tigers.
So brings up 2nd and 5, a gain of 5. Parker, again, quarterback. We haven't had McDaniels in yet. Single wide out to the right. Blitz coming up the middle. That's Jeffries. He's going to take a quarterback sneak, and he's going to go straight up the middle. Gets close inside the 15. It'll be close. It'll be 3rd and short for the Pirates. I was saying that it's going to be first down. He got the first down marker, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Still can get a first down without a touchdown. Just inside the 15 on the 14-yard line. Parker staying in at quarterback. Twin backs on either side. That's going to be number 20, Jaden Williams, and Kyle Robinson. Motion across face. Snap. Handoff. That's Williams. There's a flag on the play. He grades. Comes out the right side. Makes a nice move, but it just may be coming back. It is. Going to come back. Motion.
I think that was probably the motion caused maybe by just a little too long getting that snap. The play clock went down under 4 seconds, but boy, that was a positive play that could have been big.
So they're going to move him back. 10. Just getting started here in the second half. Pirates down by 7, but they are threatening on a turnover. Tyler Sandek, who's caused the fumble, and Miles Hampton recovering.
Forest 25-14 over Westport at the end of 3. Forest, of course, coached by former Seven Rivers coach
Ray Green. McDaniels has not been in at quarterback. It's been Parker the whole way. Twin receivers. We've got another movement there, but that didn't say. Nothing was set. I'm not sure what that was. There's a flag now. Parker's going to take it again. He's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
There's got to be something there.
Yeah, and there was a flag, and they already called it. That was number 1 taking him down, Troy Hamilton from Dunellon. So they get inside the 20.
A couple of
penalties.
2
penalties and move them back. Again, we talked about this in the beginning, is that, the offensive timing is extremely important. It's trying to get that cadence down for Parker, and it's going to be a tough hole right now for them to come out of.
Update from Lecanto with 6.5 left in the third quarter. Crescent City on the board with another score. They're ahead 14-0. That's in the third quarter. Crescent City ahead of Lecanto.
McDaniels, and we have a timeout. Coach Lowry is not happy as McDaniels went in to go into quarterback. We're at 9:55 left in this third quarter. Lowry taking a timeout, get this play call right on 2nd, and we're talking about 18.
Yeah, you got to wonder how many times are you going to get inside the 20-yard line, and you got to value those possessions. No question about that.
Trying to get points on the board here, just anything right now.
It would be disappointing to come out with nothing in this one, so a big one, no doubt about that. As we mentioned, Lecanto down 14-0. That was a game that they got blown out a year ago, and I know Coach Harper from Lecanto felt like defensively that they would do a real good job tonight, and they obviously have offense struggling a little bit, trying to find some traction.
So Kyle Robinson is going to be your fullback with Parker at the tailback position. McDaniel is going to be under center. First time we've seen this formation from Chris River. Snap. Ball's fumbled. Looks like McDaniels drops it as the snap was fumbled. So it's going to bring up third and 18.
Not how Coach Lowry envisioned it when they had that turnover. But still a chance to salvage it here. I mean, you wonder if at this point you just try to put one up in the end zone and either make a play or perhaps get a penalty, something positive.
So we'll see McDaniels will go back to the I formation. Receivers on both sides of the ball. Blitz coming, then faked and pulled off, and it's his pass. Play action, he's in the middle, touchdown! Miles Hampton, tight end. And that was a great little touch pass by McDaniels over the middle on a seam route. 6 points for Chris River.
That was wide open, good fake. I mean, we talked about Dunellon maybe biting on some of that stuff, sending some folks in, and he was wide open. Nice touch pass by McDaniel.
And a good fake, like you said. It was a good fake on that play action because that's what brought up the linebackers, which freed up that middle.
We got ourselves some fun here with 9 minutes to go.
Nice.
Send this score out across the state. There'll be a few people saying, well, that's...
Here we go with the extra point, snap, kick, and we got a motion penalty. Number 12 is doing the kicking. Can't see the number really. Gonna move it back. A little longer extra point now. Trying to see who that is. I'm trying to figure out who the kicker is. That's McDaniels on a snap, kick, and it is up, and it looks good. We got a tie ball game here at Earl Bramlett Stadium, 7-7. Chris River gets on the board and ties it up. Not sure who number 12 is. We'll see if we can find out.
Taylor Martin.
Taylor Martin. We'll put that down here. Taylor Martin with the extra point. And we are tied up here at Earl Bramlett Stadium. For Dunellon. Martin doing the kicking duties. Whistle blown, and there's a run up. Good kick all the way down about the 10-yard line. Take him down and go to the right side. He's got some running room. Blockers in front. Hits one ball, ball's out again. And it's picked up by Dunellon, who grabs it in the air and then picks it and goes out the middle. Boy, what a play. Ball was in the air and it was taken by a Dunellon player, number 21, I believe. I'm still looking at Zach Caballero, who picked the ball up in the air off of a fumble and turned it another 15, 20 yards, so it gets past the 50-yard line.
You get a chance to get another turnover, and then it turns into an even bigger play for Dunellon.
So they're going to say right at the 50-yard line. He's down there, 1st and 10, first possession for our second possession for Dunellon in the second half. So here we go, 1st and 10. Lee, snap, looking, little wide receiver screen, skips one to number 10, intended for Jaquavian Frazier's. So incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 50. So I'm still trying to figure out, we've got Goolsby on the roster as number 9, but I don't see anything out there as number 9, so I'm just trying to figure out what we have. Lee. Shotgun with single setback. Look like a blitz coming up the middle. It's Jaden Williams, and then there's going to be a cross blitz across the middle.
Oh, nice
And
defense.
then good defense by Darius Orr, who breaks up the play on Frazier's.
Yeah, that is Frazier's, and I'm just wondering, I'm even looking on the sidelines to see.
I mean, sometimes I don't know why they'll miss the first game if you got he's already committed, so it's not like he's going to go anywhere else.
Could be a variety of reasons for that.
True.
I'm sure we may find out later. But you can tell they're missing him.
They are.
I mean, you mentioned Kratzberg is, playing a lot, but he's undersized
right
at 5'10".
And there's a snap. Wide receiver screen there. Right through his hands. That's number 1, Troy Hamilton.
That's a 3 and out right there.
That's a 3 and out. A good defensive stand by the Pirates as they get ready for the punt from Dunellon.
This is where you can just feel momentum in a football game start to switch. It's all on that Crystal River sideline right now. So, you got to be, I don't want to say overly aggressive as an offensive play caller if you're Crystal River, but this is your chance now. I mean, you got to feel like we got an opportunity to really take hold of this game if we can put together something on this drive. Be careful you don't want to run into the kicker or anything here, but you got a chance here now to really take control of this football game.
Williams and Parker back deep. He side kicks it up to the right side, goes out the right sideline, right about the 23-yard line, 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Crystal River on their second possession of the second half. 8:37 left in the third quarter. Tie game, 7-7 on a Crystal River pass across the middle to Miles Hampton from McDaniel.
They're blowing through things down the road in Inverness. Citrus and Land O'Lakes tied 0-0 after 3 quarters.
Wow.
So could be the first points win that ball game. So 0-0 Citrus and Land O'Lakes after 3 quarters.
We got a good one here, 7-7 at Earl Bramlett Stadium. Pirate country here, Crystal River. Dunellon Tigers traveling maybe about 30 minutes away up north. We go DeAndre Parker now in the quarterback position, 1 setback. Blitz coming to the right side, and that's where Parker goes. And he cuts back to the inside, and he's taken down by a host of Tigers there after a short gain. Second, and call it about 8. I'll call it 9 now. They marked it down left.
Don't want to give away any inside information, but I was just informed by what I consider a reliable source. Maurice Goolsby is appealing to the FHSAA because he did turn 19 before September 1st, which would make him potentially ineligible, potentially could miss 3 games. We'll find out if that is indeed the case, but that would certainly explain his absence from tonight's game. So for that information, you know who you are. Thank you very much.
Pistol formation with McDaniel now back at quarterback. Motion.
Fans are way smarter than us.
And there's Parker, who's taken down behind the line of scrimmage, just completely blowing through the Pirate line. We appreciate the scoop there. 7:33 left in this third quarter. Pirates going backward a little bit.
Yeah.
3rd and call it 13. We've been rotating. Coach Laurie has rotated McDaniels and Parker in at quarterback, and now McDaniels is going in, and Parker goes to the slot to the near sideline. Single setback with McDaniels. Blitz coming out the right side. He throws a little out pattern, caught by 84. One move down and taken down there. Single tackle. That is Jared Newell on the reception and taken down by number 8 for Dunellon. That's Linwood Daniels. So 4th down in their territory. Got a little breathing room there. Jaden Williams going to do the kicking duties.
That was a big stop there for Dunellon. They can sort of settle the waters here. They get good field position as we're under 6.5 to go here in the third quarter.
2 receivers back for Dunellon. Snap, kick, low, end over ever kick, bounces up high in the air, taken by Dunellon, and right there, hit, taken out of bounds. It's Miles Hampton for the first hit, and number 3.
Kyle Robinson smoked
Kyle
him.
Robinson came in.
Probably fortunate for Dunellon he didn't lose the ball because he picked it up and was hit immediately by Robinson. Kyle Robinson, another young man, a senior now that we've said his name for a couple of years. They've got some kids, Crystal River, that have played a lot of football over the last few years.
And they're going to water break on the field, and we're going to take a quick timeout here. You are watching Game of the Week on Citrus Preps live streaming, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family owned and family friendly. You get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.
And we are back. 6:11 left in the third quarter. Tie ball game here between the Pirates and the Tigers. Had a little delay at the beginning of the game, and the field is a little bit soggy, but it drained out pretty well.
I didn't think we'd be sitting here right now with a field that looks real good. Great job to get everything ready.
The groundskeepers of the Crystal River Pirates. Got a little
other scores of interest. Mike Hernando over 5A, 26-7. That's in the second quarter. Coaching change at Hernando, and they seem to pick up where they left off a little bit last year. Union County win over Williston tonight, 18-14. A solid Williston team again this year, expected to battle for a spot in the 1A state playoffs.
Yeah, we got the end of 3, Forest 25, Westport 14. Did you already give the Trinity Catholic score?
Yeah, they were big winners tonight.
Yep.
42-0, I believe.
That's correct. I'm not going to be quiet and let you do
no.
that. 6:11 left in the third quarter. We empty backfield as Devon Lee.
Big drive here for both teams, I think.
Trip receivers to the far side. He's going to roll. It's a bubble screen. It's gone to Frazier's, and he gets a couple of yards past the first down marker, bring up second and probably 7 yards. So defense for Pirates, keeping them within tolerances. A bubble screen Frazier had 2 blockers in front of him.
Yeah.
Didn't get much on it. So they call it 2nd and 6. Trip receivers to the near sideline now.
Early in the fourth quarter in Inverness, a blocked field goal attempt by Citrus. So they've had a couple of turnovers, now a blocked field goal. Defense and special teams getting the job done for the Canes.
Snap, looking for a pass, wide open, number 1, and caught. That's Troy Hamilton, and it was across on a crossing route. And Javon Lee rolls out to his left and finds his man. 5:25 left, all the way down, right on the 15-yard line as we're looking to put it down.
That was by far the best throw of the night for Javon Lee, as he put it right on the money. It was a good catch.
And rolling out.
Yeah. Maybe rolling out really across and against his body. That was a nice throw. Big field flip right there for the Tigers.
Lee in the shotgun with 2 setbacks to each side. Looking now, he throws a jump ball up to the corner of the end zone and a little overthrown. Intended for receiver down there. Can't see the number. It's too far away. Second down for Dunellon. They can get a first down, of course, close to that goal line. Twin receivers to the near. Single one-on-one with Orr. Frazier's is on the far sideline. Lee, 2 backs. 5-man rush coming and slips.
Slips down.
Puts his foot and knee down, and that's going to be behind the line of scrimmage, so a loss of yards there. I think that was number 21, Caballero.
A little bit of the field there kind of showing its slippery nature right
cut,
there. Yeah, it's hard to do.
Down to 4:45 left in the third quarter. Dunellon threatening, but they're moving backward on the last play. 3rd and 13. Empty backfield for Lee. Motion across the face. Reed looking and then throws a ball across the middle.
Nice
Caught.
catch.
Beautiful catch and throw. And Lee led him correctly. That's Frazier's coming across the middle on a slant.
Kind of bobbled it for half a second, but before the tackle was made, he was able to grasp hold of it, and that'll be fourth and right about 1 yard. This is
It's a big down right here.
huge play.
See what the Dunellon Tigers are going to call here.
A lot of things you can do here. I don't know if I would run it up the middle, but I think I would give Javon Lee the football with, I don't know, maybe a run-pass option.
Well,
and let that guy, they're not kicking a field goal.
I believe they might be. They've spent a lot of time here.
They
switched out the package.
Yep,
Frazier's
they did. Now
coming in. They're going to go in a jumbo real quick, and they've got to get it off. Frazier one-on-one over here with Orr to the near side. Modified pistol in the back, and that's what I thought.
The official flew a flag.
Official flew a flag.
Maybe it was to get the referee's attention for the timeout. Oh, sideline
warning. Sideline warning. It stops at 3:27 left in the third quarter. Here we go. Snap. Handoff. And take it down. Chris River just blows him up through the middle. That's Parker and Bresson both getting in there.
Again, I don't know. Run outside, sloppy field. I'm thinking I'm putting the ball in Javon Lee's hand and saying, you do something with it. I don't think you leave points off the board with not letting Lee touch the football.
A good play by the Chris River defense keeps this score tied. 1st and 10.
We're
Ball's on the
going back and forth here with momentum, aren't we?
It is. That's really good. Love this
Still
first game.
No score in the fourth in Inverness, Land O'Lakes, and Citrus.
Parker in the shotgun, motion across. Hampton, snap, twisted out, and it mix up in the backfield. And it's like
mix up is right. For a while, I thought that was just 3 different options, and he chose option number 4. But yeah, that was a mix-up.
Yeah, you can see the confusion on the backs as they went different ways than what Parker thought. Brings up 2nd and 12. Under 3 minutes now to go in the third quarter. Still tied here, 7-7. Going to bring Parker back in the shotgun with 2 players to each side. Twin receivers to the far. We got a motion across the face of it. Blitz coming, and it's going to be Parker taking it himself. He cuts it to the inside after he goes on outside run and gets back past the original line of scrimmage, a gain of a few yards there.
Near the first down marker.
So brings up 3rd and call it 8. Ball is right inside the 15-yard line. Parker's going to stay at quarterback. Clock moving under 2 minutes here left in the third quarter. Tight end formation to the right. Motion. Snap. Turn, and it's going to be looking for Parker. Looking for somebody, but he's got to be in trouble as he gets taken down behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a nice sack. I'm trying to see who that is. Number 50, Joshua Franklin for the Tigers as he takes it down for a huge loss, brings up 4th down, and now this is going to be a tricky situation here as they try to get this punt off. Maybe good field position for Dunellon. It's the last time they did this. Punt was shanked or blocked, and they got good field position inside the 30-yard line. More just inside the back line. Snap, kick, low, line drive, going to bounce at the 35, picked up at the 40. That's number 1. Spins out, goes down the left sideline, and then knocked out of bounds inside. We got a flag coming in late.
Looks like it will be
going to be on Dunellon.
Yeah.
That's Troy Hamilton taking the punt, and we do have a penalty on Dunellon.
Again, thanks to everybody who's checking us out on YouTube tonight, and we'll pass along a message that was sent through YouTube, and it's Johnny wanting to say hi to Marty Wilson. Marty's son, Johnny, just wanting to say hi to his dad. So
Okay.
we'll do that.
Okay, we'll do that.
Birthday, birthday wishes, whatever else. Appreciate you guys
Marty listens.
tuning in. Yeah. Anybody you want to say hi to, Mike, or are you good?
I'm
You're
good.
Okay.
Ball's at the 44-yard line of Chris River. 57 seconds left in this third quarter. Javon Lee, trip receivers. Blitz coming. Almost got to him. Tipped up and then tipped to the rest player.
Fumble. It's
There's a fumble. It's picked up by Chris River. It's down to the 50, 45, 40. One man to beat. 30, 35, 20. And he cuts inside. Touchdown. Chris River. DeAndre Parker.
Wow.
A 50-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
An amazing play right there, because we were looking right at it. That looked like it was a lateral that if it went over the receiver's head, which it did, I thought Chris River was going to pick it up, but the receiver for Dunellon behind the initial receiver was able to catch it, and then he took 3 steps forward, fumbled it, and turnovers. Chris River coaches were saying we didn't like all the turnovers in the first half. I think the Dunellon coaching staff might be saying the same thing right now. Those are 2 big turnovers right there, and with 41 seconds left here in the third quarter, Crystal River has taken the lead 13-7 and a chance to tack on even one more.
McDaniels with the hold and Martin with the extra point try.
Solid kick the first time.
Snap, kick is up, and it is no good. So that could come back to haunt him. We got 13-7 here. Chris River leads on a 50-yard punt return for a touchdown by DeAndre Parker. So all points from Chris River have come off of turnovers.
Yep, absolutely.
We'll see what Dunellon can come up here as they get on their third possession. 41 seconds left in this third quarter. Chris River leads 13-7. I thought Bryce was going to just jump up and down there.
He was very excited.
He was excited on that, trying to cover that. Well, thank Bryce and Brady Knudsen for helping us out here in this press box. Run up from Martin. Kick. High. Pooch kick. Be short. It's going to bounce. That's a free ball.
They got it.
Chris River recovers down at the 25-yard line.
Wow.
So surprise kick from Martin. I don't know if that was planned or not.
Yeah, I was kicked, it looked like, into a dead spot. That was really good defense. I mean, special teams play by Chris River right into a dead spot. I don't know what the officials are talking about, but that's just like an onside kick right there, isn't
Basically, yeah. So Dunellon had a chance to get back in this game, and Chris River took it from him.
Talked about momentum and how quickly it can change, and it certainly has in this one. Got to hold on to the football. And then you got to also, if you're Dunellon, be ready to let a negative play not carry over to the next play. And that's exactly what looked like happened. Special teams sort of fell asleep.
McDaniels now at quarterback. Parker to his right. Newell. Blitz coming on the right side. Parker's going to try to go left. Cuts back inside, and he's hit by Maurice Jeffries right there. Middle linebacker comes up and fills the hole.
Probably holding on the Pirates.
And that will be a penalty.
2 flags.
Yeah,
it was the
flags
far
there.
side official and the referee.
Holding on Chris River. It's going to knock him back a little bit more. It's a little surprising here.
More than a little surprising.
Not expected they were expected to compete, of course, but I mean, expected that it wouldn't be ahead at this late stage in the game.
You mentioned they've been shut out the last 2 years, been blown out the last 2 years,
yep.
And they have come in here. Really, they've taken the game to Dunellon. I mean, they've been the aggressor defensively, I think. I mean, offensively, they both have struggled. Now they've talked it over, and this one's going to go against Dunellon.
Was that a personal foul? I couldn't see what it was.
Yeah, it looked like maybe there was an initial hold on Crystal River, and then after that, a personal foul penalty.
That was the second flag then.
That was the one that came from the far side official, because the referee had. Well, now we don't know what we're doing here.
We're going back to the literal line of scrimmage, walking it off there.
Well, this is okay. They had to mark off the
mark
hold.
off the 15. Or they mark out 10.
They mark off the hold, and then they're going to mark off the personal foul penalty. And when it's all said and done,
we're right back almost to where we were.
Yeah, it'll end up being a net of about 3 yards. So instead of 1st and 10, 1st and 7.
Couldn't we do that with multiplication or addition or something, just the walking? But that's fine.
It's like in math, mate. You got to show your work, right? You got to show your work.
McDaniel's in the pistol formation. Handoff. That's Jaden Williams on the left side. He cuts it back inside. Another flag coming in. It's got to be a hold for the back judge, and he's calling hold. So it's going to bring that run back. Well, the last 30 seconds, we've had 3 or 4 flags here right in a row.
Getting a little sloppy, but
still a lot of time left in this ball game. Down to 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Crystal River leads 13-7.
I think Coach Lowry would be thrilled to let the clock run if he could.
Right.
Talk about it at the break and try to add to this lead. I mean, you're talking about up 6. If you can somehow pick up a few more yards and get in the field goal range, you can extend it to a 2-score game. And with the way Dunellon's offense has struggled tonight, you'd feel really good by going up by more than 8 points.
We'll bring up 1st and about 20 yards. It is the end of the third period. And that being said, we appreciate you tuning in to our live stream broadcast here on YouTube at Citrus Preps. 13-7 is just
at Crystal River Firestone. Our mission is to offer you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Family owned and operated since 1977. Crystal River Firestone will not only take care of all your tire needs with our expert service, but we also offer scheduled maintenance, oil changes, brake service, and more. So head to Crystal River Firestone to see what a hometown team can do for you. Crystal River Firestone, 1010 North Suncoast Boulevard, Crystal River.
And we are back. Appreciate everybody tuning in to our YouTube channel, Citrus Preps, as we live stream our game of the week right here from Earl Bramlett Stadium in Crystal River. Crystal River Pirates versus the Dunellon Tigers. Crystal River leading 13-7 on a missed extra point, but a 50-yard run back by Deion Parker. 50-yard run back, fumble return from DeAndre Parker.
I'm not going to mention names, but some people were telling me, it's your game of the week this week? Don't you know that's going to be a blowout?
That's why you play the game.
That's right.
Parker in motion. Blitz coming. Bobble from the snap from McDaniels. He goes up the middle on a quarterback sneak and then gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Good run by McDaniel. Parker used as a decoy there as we get started here in this fourth quarter. Then he's going to come back. Daniel's going to be in the shotgun. Parker to his left, Moore to his right. And number 3, Robinson behind. Pistol formation. Parker's going to go in motion. Toss sweep. That's Robinson. He cuts it inside and closes the gap, though. Dunellon does as a short gain on the play. Joshua Franklin on the stop for the Tigers. Franklin's been very busy this game. Senior, 5'8", 200 pounds.
This is where you want to know exactly what your field goal kicker is capable of and realize what kind of play you want to call here. I would imagine with these field conditions, Mike, they're at about the 24, so this is probably a little bit outside field goal range right now.
Yeah, they've got to get at least 5 to 7 more yards to give it a shot. And we're going to have a timeout. They got to
use them now, right? I mean, there's no reason to hold this one, especially when you got a chance to potentially.
It's a big third down.
Yeah, and you got a chance to, I won't say put the game away, but really make it difficult for Dunellon moving forward. They've struggled. I mean, offensively, there's no question about it tonight. I mean, perhaps no Goolsby hurts, but, Javon Lee, we've mentioned, is 2 really good throws, and that's about it. Some of them on him, some of it on the receivers, some of it on the fact that they can't get any rushing attack going.
That's true.
And we talked about Krista River in the first half, how it was sort of easy for Dunellon because there was no respect of a ball deep. Not the case. I think now you can see a little bit of them loosening up, and maybe the opposite, where Chris River says, okay, you've completed 1 deep, but you're not running the football against us. And
Some good play calls by Coach Lowry, too, with the wide receiver inside screen and the seam route down there to get him off with the play action pass. But we'll see what comes up here with McDaniel's going to go under center again. I formation, that's Jaden Williams and Parker out here on the far sideline. Snap, bobbled, rollout, pass, caught. Over to the 20. That's Bresson pushed out of bounds. Not sure if he got the first down, but he did get maybe enough yardage to try this field goal. Or go for it.
A nice play design, because we mentioned left-handed quarterback rolling out to his strong side and completing that throw, and puts the Pirates in a 4th and relatively short, about maybe 3 or 4 yards.
They're going to go for it.
I think.
No, they're not. They're taking Martin and bringing him in. Martin's going to be doing the kicking duties. So they're going to give a field goal a shot here.
Okay.
So we're talking it's on the 18-yard line. So kick will be
30,
from the 20.
Looks like about the
24-yard line, 34 yards.
Significant on a wet field.
Yeah. See if the leg strength of Taylor Martin, I'm sorry. And they jump off sides.
And that is
first down for Crystal River.
I mean,
I'm hoping that was a great call.
Yeah. That's one of those plays, Mike. It's a penalty, but you almost feel like that could be a turnover.
It could.
Because, that's a long field goal.
Yep.
And if you're Dunellon, you're thinking he's going to miss it. We get the ball, and we're only down by 6. Now, if you're Crystal River, you have an opportunity. 4 downs, perhaps to get a touchdown. It's not quite 1st and goal.
Yep.
You can still pick up a 1st down before you score.
10:28 left in this 4th quarter. McDaniel's going to go into the pistol formation with Robinson behind him, Parker and Williams on each side. Parker in motion. Snap, high snap. He's going to take it, eat it, get down, and then he tries to and does get down after a big loss. And a high snap caused that. Daniels did a good job just trying to get the ball back into possession.
Probably fortunate, not a turnover.
Yeah. Loss of about 10 yards there, so it's going to be 2nd and 20. First time I've seen that snap come that fast and that high.
Yeah.
Little gentleman going there for the center. So clock winding down. Under 10 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Same formation now with McDaniel at the pistol formation. Robinson right behind him. Robinson goes into motion. Snap. Parker takes it. Cuts back inside. Handoff. Gets a couple of yards back. 3rd and long here for Crystal River.
I want to tell Marty Wilson's son, his Army son, says hi, and he also wants to give a shout out to the 351st.
Nice. Thanks for serving, by the way.
Company out of Ocala. So
sweet.
Thank you. We're glad to pass that along, and as Mike said, thanks for serving.
My son's in the Army, so I know what that's.
Yes.
Send a shout out to him and his wife. Here we go. McDaniels, third and long. Snap, looking, ball
Flag.
thrown, and there's a slam pattern, but the flag on the play. So
2:47 left over at Lecanto. My Crescent City 21-0 over the Panthers.
So McDaniels going to come over here and go to the sideline and see if he can get a play.
So tough sledding tonight for Lecanto and Citrus offensively. Neither one of them have put up a point. And I don't know if you would have said before today started, Crystal River would score the most tonight of any county team. Seven Rivers, last we heard was 8-8.
Here's fourth down, and they're going to bring Martin back in for the three-point try. McDaniel. It's again a 35-yard field goal. McDaniel on the hold. Snap, put down, kick is up.
Oh, he got it.
Kick is
no
good.
He got
Wide
it
to the
good.
left.
Boy, he kicked it solid, but it sailed a little bit on.
So with that, still stay 13-7, 8:42 to go in this ball game. Dunellon gets the ball back and trying to get back on the board. That extra point miss from Chris River may come back to haunt him. Frazier's on the far sideline. Darius Orr been covering him all night and done a very good job of locking down Quavian Frazier. Javon Lee, shotgun, snap, low snap, looking, two-step drop, looking, throws across the middle, and there should be a flag there, and there will be a flag there. That's Kyle Robinson held onto number 5, Stefan Kratzenberg's jersey. Be pass interference. Chris River, that's going to be a big, big penalty for the Pirates. Move the ball all the way up. The Dunellon Tiger 35-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Now you're getting into, if you're Dunellon and Crystal River both, this huge possession in this game because you do not know how many more times you're going to touch the ball if you're Dunellon.
That's true. Single setback beside Lee. Twin receivers left and right. Blitz coming up the middle. Sandick up the middle, and there's another blitz, and that's an outside screen, and it's dropped. That's probably about the 4th drop, I believe, from the running backs that we've seen tonight for Dunellon. Clock stops with the incompletion at 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Everything's a little more magnified now, as we
is.
mentioned, 8.5 to go. If you're Dunellon, you're probably thinking we've got maybe one more possession after this, possibly two, but you got to make the most of this now.
Trip receivers to the near sideline. Frazier's again one-on-one with Orr at the top of your screen. Lee, snap, read option, handoff. It's fumbled. Now they're going to say he's going to be down, but the ball was out, but it was Brown caused it. I believe that was number 21, Caballero. Kyle Robinson on the stop for the Pirates.
Third and 9.5. I don't know if you're Price Harris, you're thinking one play ahead and wondering if you do go for it or you try to pin him back and play defense. I'm not sure.
It depends on how much yardage you get here. Lee, empty backfield now. Looking for that pass. And we got a whistle before the snap.
It's a delay
a flag
game.
And delay a game, which big penalty against the Tigers, pushing them back even further. So 5 yards, going to be 3rd and 15. Same formation, Lee, empty backfield. Snap, we got another flag. Not sure what that is, but
talking it over. Dead ball offsides.
So it's on the Pirates.
Yeah, that'll right back where.
So back to the original
3rd and 9.5.
9.5. Javon Lee again, same formation. Blitz coming. Pressure coming for Lee, and it's going to be a sack. No, he gets out of it.
Oh, boy.
Lee looking now, throws a deep ball down the far sidelines, up for grabs. Intercepted.
Wow.
And Chris River has intercepted, but we do have a flag down.
It's against Dunellon, so it'll be an interception and a turnover. Three big turnovers here in the second half.
Not sure who was the interceptor. I couldn't see who that was, a Darius Orr or not. It was Darius Orr.
2 defenders back, and it was the trail defender who got up and got it.
Orr's played a very good game against Fraser.
Sure has. Now, if you're Crystal River, you're looking at that clock, 7.5 to go. Still 3 timeouts left for Dunellon, so you still have an opportunity if you're Dunellon to get the ball back with plenty of time. But for Crystal River, you're one big play away from perhaps ending this football game.
Ball's on a 30-yard line. McDaniel's in, motion. Jaden Moore, snap, handoff. That's Robinson, goes off left side. Not much there. Be 2nd and long.
This is where you're talking, if you're Crystal River, to your offensive lineman and saying, we got a chance to do something nobody but us thought we could do. If you guys can open up a couple of big holes here 2 or 3 times, we got a chance to pull off an upset here and really kickstart the season. And can you imagine what's going through the mind and maybe the stomach of Coach Cliff Lowry right now? I mean, talked about this as his dream job, coming back to his alma mater.
Yeah.
And he said, we don't talk about what happened the last couple of years, but I think he's got a pretty good idea of what did happen the last couple of years when Dunellon and Crystal River have matched up.
Kyle Robinson to the left of McDaniels. Parker is out of the game at this point. Newell on the far sideline. Slot man. McDaniels catches it, gets on the middle, twitches.
Ooh, 1 step away. Big tackle, though. That was a big tackle by Dunellon because he was 1 step away, Mike, from breaking that for a first down. Still a real nice gain, and it's 3rd and manageable now, just about 5.5 yards.
Under 6.5 minutes left in the ball game. 3rd and 5. McDaniels has played a very good game.
Very solid.
Very solid game. Daniels again with single setback, and we got a timeout.
Be the last
Cliff Lowry.
one, I believe.
5:59, under 6 minutes to go. As this could be, I think it is the last. We're going to take a quick break so we can get some bills paid. You're listening to the live stream on Citrus Preps. Changing your kitchen or bath? Let the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms help you update your old kitchen or bathroom. For over 33 years, the Deem family has provided quality products and services to homeowners and builders, from total remodels to changing out your countertops.
DCI Countertops is our 15,000 square foot facility for manufacturing your silestone, granite, and Corian countertops. We can provide all your countertop needs directly from the manufacturer. So for your next project, remember the professionals at Deems Kitchen and Bath Showrooms and DCI Countertops.
Don't dream it.
Deem it.
And we are back. Under 6 minutes to go in the ball game. Chris River by 6 points. Big 3rd down here as they bring back Parker at the quarterback position. Blitz coming. Snap. Parker by himself. Cuts back inside. Makes a run.
Big dive.
See if they can march it, but I don't know if they're going to
He's going to be short. About a half a yard. When you talk about a big call right here, if I'm Cliff Lowry, I think he's telling him, hurry up, let's go. Let's get on the ball, and let's snap it. This is a big play right here.
And they do. They're trying to get up there now, and McDaniels cut them out.
They don't have any timeouts either, so you got to know what you're doing, and you got to get it.
It's like maybe a quarterback sneak here.
Remember the field goal attempt where they drew him off sides.
Snap.
Far side officials got his foot down for a first down. And he
does.
They
say it is first down. Chris River does get it. So 1st and 10, 5.5 minutes left.
It's a good call.
Good call.
It's a real good call. Smart call. Hurry up. I think you factor in, like we said, that field goal attempt where they jumped off sides. You take maybe a little bit of the aggressiveness away from Dunellon because they don't want to give away a freebie.
The water break on the field as they get ready to go. And we're going to take another quick break here real quick. You're listening to live stream with Citrus Preps. Game of the Week brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
Are you striking out with other plumbers? Hit a home run with Mike Scott Plumbing with no overtime charges. That's right, 24/7, nights, weekends, and even holidays. That's straight time, anytime, all the time. Hit a grand slam by liking us on Facebook, and you could win 2 tickets to a Tampa Rays baseball game. For fast quality service, just call 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
And we are back. Under 5.5 to go in the ball game. Chris River just getting a much-needed first down inside their own territory.
Now you're Dunellon. You maybe start thinking about some timeouts soon. I don't think you have to on this set of downs. I think you may be another first down away from having to worry about that. But now if you're Crystal River, you're starting to feel that you can put some nails in that coffin with another first down or two.
High formation handoff. McDaniel. Parker goes up the middle, left side, hit hard as he gets a couple of yards. Dives for it.
Hold on to the ball if you're Crystal River because Dunellon's going to have their hands in there trying to strip it away.
Daniel comes back in.
I don't know if you dare try to do one of those tunnel screens again or just some misdirection to maybe get Dunellon. But, Coach Lowry was aggressive on that 4th down call. Perhaps he does call something like that.
High formation again. Parker at the tailback position. Snap. Drop bob a little bit. Delayed handoff, and Parker's dragging people as he gets a couple of yards. Gain of about 3. So it is going to be 3rd and 6. Gain of 2 on that play. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Stay tuned at the end of the game. We do a little post game, and we'll talk about the star of the game. We'll pick the Citrus Prep star of the game.
Yeah, that's an interesting call right now. Right now, the game-winning, 59-yard fumble return for a touchdown for DeAndre Parker stands out as potentially.
Blitz coming, and there's an offsides. There it is by Dunellon Tigers. Too antsy there.
That will be just about right on the spot for a first down.
They're saying it's going to be
that's the nose of the ball, which actually I think, if you're Crystal River, that's not a bad thing because you would think it's a relatively easy first down. The clock continues to roll, and then you have a chance to get an extra play, which is an extra 40 seconds. And there's the first down.
The first down. They have it as the push gets past the first down marker. It is a first down for Chris River with 3 minutes and 32 seconds to go as they move the chains, stop the clock.
Final from Inverness. It's a field goal, the winner, and it comes from Land O'Lakes. So Land O'Lakes knocks off Citrus 3-0.
Wow.
To start the year.
So McDaniel comes up in the pistol with Robinson behind him, Parker and Williams to his right. Robinson goes in motion. Snap, high snap, catches it. McDaniel's going to take it himself, which smart play. Just get down and keep the clock running here.
Take a look at Price Harris and see what he elects to do. I would imagine you let the clock roll on this one, and then maybe you start to use your timeouts, or you use them now. And he uses the first one.
And that will be a timeout for Dunellon with 2:58 left in this ball game. McDaniels looks like he came off a little bit gimpy. Got hit pretty hard on that recovery for the snap. That's 2 times that McDaniels has saved that snap high and then dropped it down and still, survived with no turnover. You can see on the screen it's 13-7 still with 2:58 left. Can't get the clock on our live stream broadcast, but
wanted to give an update, if we could, real quick on Alex Wisniewski. Has not come back in the game, but hasn't left the stadium. Has got that knee or ankle taped up a little bit, but still on the sidelines cheering on his Pirates.
DeAndre Parker, crossbuck, cross-leg, 50, 40, 30. He's going to be gone. This is 6 points. Crystal River. Quarterback, keeper, left side, flags.
They might give that man a T-shirt. Give that man a T-shirt. Wow. You know, this is a kid who's played a lot of football the last few years for Crystal River. And we talked about it a little bit when I was interviewing him off camera about the fact he didn't get to play last year in this game.
Yeah.
And, you know, he understood, no big deal, but he wanted it big time. And, man, 2 plays in the second half that he's got over 100 yards, a fumble return that's over 50 yards, and now a rush for over 50 yards, I think, or close to it. So, wow.
Martin with the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it is good. 20-7 is your score here at Earl Bramlett Stadium as the Crystal River Pirates lead the Dunellon Tigers with 2:46 left in this ballgame.
It's amazing. Momentum, turnovers, big plays by Crystal River, and boy, this is going to surprise a few people, not just on this area, but maybe even across the state.
Yeah. We can't say that, they didn't have their chances. They had some chances to get back in this game, and then the turnovers just cost them. Not saying it's all over right now. They can still score twice here. They're an explosive team, got some athletes. But Crystal River's been playing some pretty good defense. Martin with the kickoff duties. Another pooch kick. It's right in the middle. It bounces again and picked up by the up back there and taken down immediately. 32, Noah Bresson takes him down for really no gain on the play. It's going to be up to the Crystal River Pirate defense with 2:42 left in the ball game to shut down these Tigers. Did not let them back into the game.
And again, you give huge credit to that Crystal River defense, the way they were able to make play after play, especially early in this game, and they have really got Dunellon out of sorts.
Here we go. Javon Lee, slant pattern. Now it's an outside pass to Frazier's. Gets the first down, 10 yards on the play. Just a little bubble screen outside. 2:33 as the clock stops with the chains being moved. Clock starts. Single backfield, single run back, slant pattern, in and out of the hands of Kratzberg, I'm sorry. So incomplete pass, 2nd and 10. Ball's right at the 40-yard line of the Tigers. 2:22, clock stops with the incompletion. Single setback. Caballero. Side Lee. Snap. Pressure coming. Pressure thrown across the middle. Caught. Running back that's at the middle of the field. Taken down. He gets the first down, though. And we have a player that might be down. That's 25. Taken. Ashton Bosley on the stop for Crystal River. Lee again in the hurry-up offense. Blitz coming up the middle from the linebacker. Snap, throws outside.
Incomplete
low,
on the ground.
Hits the ground first. Bresson covering, but just at 2 minutes right now with the incompletion. 2nd and 10. Just inside Christopher Pirate territory at their 46-yard line. Lee with trip receivers on the far sideline. Got a whistle. We're seeing where we're at here. We got something going on. They're going to move the ball back slightly back to the 47-yard line. 2nd and 10. Clock starts on the snap. Rolled out. Lee looking to the left side. Got pressure coming from it. Throws down to the sideline and out of bounds, incomplete. 6 seconds gone on the clock on that play. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 10 from the 47-yard line of Chris River. Dunellon could be down to his last 2 plays here if they don't get this 1st down.
Sideline warning against Crystal River. Third down.
Clock is stopped at 1:54 to go. Look on your screen there. 20-7 is your score here at Chris River Pirate Stadium. Lee with the single setback. Snap. 2-step drop. Looking. Pressure coming from the inside. He rolls out to the left. He's got room to run all the way down. Gets the 1st down the sideline. All the way down the sideline and catch it all the way down to the 20-yard line before he knocked out of bounds inside the 20-yard line. Looks like they thought he was going to go out of bounds, and then he didn't tackle him, and they let him go.
Got to be careful because you certainly don't want a late hit out of bounds, but he did a good job of using that line.
The ball's inside the red zone, 20-yard line. Beyond the 16, 139 and counting here.
Still have a couple of timeouts.
Lee again, the shotgun, snap, low, looking to run it. Quarterback keeper right up the middle. He's inside 15-yard line, going to be down at the 13-yard line. Clock stops at 1:21. Timeout for the Tigers.
Now they're down just 1.
1 timeout left for Dunellon. 1:21 left. They got to get a quick score here and then get the ball back and look for an onside kick or something like that from the kickoff.
Yeah, but you're at the point where you got to score quickly.
And again, during this time, I would like to remind everyone tomorrow tonight, if you want to watch this game live again, go to youtube.com. Look up Citrus
There we go.
Preps. That's CITRUSPRETS. And you can watch this game and hear it in its entirety. YouTube, Citrus Preps.
Dunellon's got to, as we said, score quickly here, and then you got to look for an onside kick. You're down to 1 timeout, so I think you absolutely got to feel, if you're Crystal River, just keep everything in front of you. The more plays you make them use up, the better chance you have of running this clock out.
We want to thank Gary Stanley for the shout out here at the Chris River Pirate Stadium. Appreciate it. Watch this on YouTube so you can hear his voice.
Of
he is.
the
Been here a
PA
long time. I think he was here when I played.
So he called your name a few times?
Second and about 6. 1:21 left in the ball game. Dunellon needs a quick score. Javon Lee, shotgun, low snap, throws it. Deep ball, jump ball in the end zone. Frazier goes up and gets it.
Wow.
Touchdown. A little push, but he got away with it. And it is a touchdown for Jaquavian Fraziers from Javon Lee. 16-yard.
That's a big
pass
one.
and catch. Yes, it was.
I mean, now you got 1:14. Still got to go with the onside kick, but certainly very, very doable. But it really comes down to that onside kick, Mike. With only 1 timeout left, if you're Crystal River, if you can recover the onside kick, you know you can run the clock out. So down to really 1 play for the Pirates. That hands team's got to be out there ready to make a play.
Here's the extra point attempt. Snap. Put down. Kick is up.
Blocked.
Blocked. And that may come back. Still 20-13, but they're going to need to have that extra point if they do get a score.
Yeah, we know with the field and everything, it's never easy for that extra point attempt. So here it is, Mike. This will be your ball game on the onside kick right here. As I said, with only one timeout, Crystal River can run the clock out if they field the onside kick cleanly and don't turn it over.
Hands team is out there for the Pirates. It'll be interesting to see how they do this from a standpoint of it's going to be up high, it's going to be low on the ground. It is a messy field. I shouldn't say messy, it's a little wet. But Price Harris has got to make the decision, and it's got to be executed by the kicker. Kicker number 19, Byron Buggs.
You never know with the soft field what kind of hop it will or won't take, because you're kicking it, I'm sure, as you said, he's kicking it right into the center of the field, which has been sort of chopped up, so that ball.
Actually, I'm sorry, it's Drew Leinenbach. Keep on getting these numbers mixed up. Here it goes. A high bouncer. It's caught. Bresson drops it. It hit Bresson in the chest.
Looks like Dunellon's got
Dunellon recovered it. It came right off of the breastplate of Noah Bresson, who tried to catch it.
It was, he went down to a knee and did it the right way, Mike. It just off the shoulder pad. And now, 1:12, one timeout, 53 yards away for Dunellon, a chance to potentially tie this football game up.
They come back down to the Chris River defense, see what they can do on them.
And, it's been for 3 3/4 quarters, a really good defensive effort. A couple of big plays, though, by Javon Lee on the last drive. Can he do it again?
Lee, snap, looking, throws an out pattern, overthrown, incomplete. Clock stops, 1:08. Brings up 2nd and 10. Lee again with one protector on his left-hand side. Blitz has been coming all night from Chris River. Lee, snap, looks, turns, throws. Frazier's gets the ball, but he does not get the first down. He does not get out of bounds.
Doesn't get out of bounds either.
He does not get out of bounds. So the clock continues to roll.
That'll be the last timeout.
Now there's a timeout by Price Harris.
His last one.
.57 seconds, and Dunellon has a timeout to call his play here. The third, and he called it 4. 2 down territory no matter what you do. So it's just a matter of you get a couple yards here and there.
You figure you've got maybe 5, 6 plays
do they
if
run
you
the ball?
hurry.
I
think if you do, it's your quarterback running. I don't think you do.
Lee,
I don't think you hand it off. You give him the opportunity maybe to get out wide and get out of bounds. You pick up a first down, it'll stop for a brief second. But, you want to give him the opportunity.
So Lee with Caballero in the backfield. Trip receivers to the far sideline. Snap has been low last couple of times. Slows up the timing. We'll see what happens here. Snap is still low. Throws a little out pattern again. Brought up, and then he gets the first down and more. No, he knee down. Knee went right down, and that's right before. They don't call it a first down. So 45 seconds and counting here. Clock is not stopped.
All right, coming down to this.
Down to 34 seconds.
That doesn't help.
4th
Here's
and a
your ball
yard.
game.
This is it right here. Snap. Lee takes the ball, left-hand side, grabs a wide opening, gets the first down and more, but clock is running. There's no timeouts for Dunellon. They have to get back up to the ball.
You're talking 23 seconds stops on the first down to reset the chains, Mike. 2 or 3 plays left in this ball game.
23 seconds, and they're going to start it as soon as the clock winds. There it goes. And they spike the ball and stop the clock. 20 seconds left in the ball game. 2 plays, 3 plays at the most.
And then remember, if Dunellon does get into the end zone, you've got the
extra point,
which we've seen 2 of them missed tonight, 1 by each side.
Lee again here, trip receivers to this near sideline. No blitz coming. Two-step drop, looking, got pressure, throws the ball deep to the sideline. It's wide open, and it's dropped. It would have been an interception if he stayed in bounds. I couldn't see that. 13 seconds left on the incompletion. 3rd and 10.
Pretty good way to start the year, Mike.
Totally agree.
Now, obviously, if you're Crystal River, even if you give up a pass before the end zone, if you can make the tackle, you're going to make it all difficult for Dunellon to get another play off.
And they got Parker, and then Orr comes over here on Frazier. He's been pretty solid all night on that. Caballero switches. Snap. Drop back. Time. Throws the ball across, and low. It skips up. Incomplete. 8 seconds left on the clock.
Done Dunellon a favor because there was a host of defenders over there. He would have been tackled. He would have been tackled before the end zone, and I think
that would have been it.
It would have been it. So
fourth
we'll
down.
have to see.
Last play of the game, though. It's absolutely crazy on this game. That's
Crystal River
perfect.
Crowd up and standing.
They're getting ready to go here. Javon Lee getting ready. This is the ball game right here. Snap. Pushing, looking. He's got to throw to the end zone. He throws a deep ball intended for Frazier's. And then drop down, and it is the ball game, and Crystal River defeats.
1
there's
second.
1 second left, and they're going to say it's 1 second, and it doesn't matter. Crystal River gets the ball, 1st and 10, and they'll do the victory formation as they get out on the field. And that was Darius Orr.
How about Cliff Lowry in his first game, Mike?
Big win for the Pirates and big win for Coach Lowry at his alma mater. Victory formation for the Pirates. Not something they haven't had a lot of this last couple of years.
All right, Pirate fans, here we go.
Snap and a kneel down, and that's what it is. Crystal River defeats number 8 ranked Dunellon Tigers 20-13 here at their home stadium. You definitely got to call this an upset.
Big time upset. I mean, you could factor in the last 2 years and how that went down. I don't think there's any question. This goes in the books as maybe one of the biggest upsets we've seen on this side of the state in a while.
This is what we talked about when we did the pregame for the Crystal River Pirates, at Coach Lowry bringing back that tradition and that pride, and they bring out right in the front of everybody the victory bell.
Unbelievable. But turnovers. And give Crystal River credit for taking advantage
Definitely.
of those turnovers.
3 turnovers in the second half is what the difference of the ball game was.
And they made those turnovers points too, which is so very valuable.
A good game to start off the live stream and the football season, high school football season here for Citrus Preps. And as always, we appreciate our sponsors, especially our live stream sponsor, Eagle Buick GMC. Appreciate that. And our other sponsors, Firestone, Crystal River Firestone and Crystal River. Mike Scott Plumbing. Sean Scott's the guy that we always talk to.
Yes.
But Mike Scott Plumbing. And, of course, I'm supportive of all of them. Team Cabinets.
As well, yes, absolutely. And
great first game, though. I have to tell you, that's amazing to have that kind of a game to start off our inaugural season.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know what you would have expected coming into it, but obviously this one goes down as one of the biggest upsets that we've seen in quite some time. And congratulations to Crystal River, head coach Cliff Lowry, and a huge win to start the season for this group of Pirates.
We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with our star of the game as picked by the Citrus Prep staff. And we'll be right back after this message. You're listening to and watching live stream Crystal River high school football right here on Citrus Prep, brought to you by Eagle Buick GMC.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family-owned and family-friendly. you get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.
Are you striking out with other plumbers? Hit a home run with Mike Scott Plumbing with no overtime charges. That's right, 24/7, nights, weekends, and even holidays. That's straight time, anytime, all the time. Hit a grand slam by liking us on Facebook, and you could win 2 tickets to a Tampa Rays baseball game. For fast quality service, just call 866-314-4443. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through
At
it.
Crystal River Firestone, our mission is to offer you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Family owned and operated since 1977, Crystal River Firestone will not only take care of all your tire needs with our expert service, but we also offer scheduled maintenance, oil changes, brake service, and more. So head to Crystal River Firestone to see what a hometown team can do for you. Crystal River Firestone, 1010 North Suncoast Boulevard, Crystal River.
And we are back here at Earl Bramlett Stadium, Crystal River Pirate Field, with a big win over the Dunellon Tigers, 20-13. Crystal River, first year coach Cliff Lowry, coming back to his alma mater. Great story, great start for their season, and a big upset to begin the season.
Yeah, absolutely. A big upset and a huge win for them. And, what a way for us, but what a game. Fantastic way for Coach Lowry to get things going here. A big win, and they played well in the second half, Mike, no question about it, and took advantage of turnovers.
Definitely. That's 3 turnovers, 3 scores on that Crystal River Pirate win as they come over here and celebrate with the fans. And a good. They're going to ring it. They're going to ring the victory bell for the Crystal River Pirates. And we're going to get ready to pick our star of the game, as we're going to do each and every week here on the Citrus Preps Game of the Week. And we've decided on it's got to be DeAndre Parker, as he has propelled the Crystal River Pirates with a 59-yard fumble and fumble recovery for a touchdown, and then a 50-yard run from the line of scrimmage for a touchdown. 2 scores for DeAndre Parker, and getting into the end zone and playing both ways. And you got to give kudos to Coach Lowry.
Yeah, absolutely. A great job by Coach Lowry. And a big win for him and his group. A lot of excitement. And, I mean, you can't get any bigger than knocking off Dunellon in a game most people didn't think he had a chance to win. And
totally agree.
Boy, did he take advantage of defense, effort of his group, and turnovers and big plays by, as you mentioned, our player, star of the game, DeAndre Parker.
Yeah, as they sing the alma mater here at Crystal River. Dunellon still, got a chance to go to the playoffs. Not the one loss in the beginning of the season. Is not going to
they got plenty of time.
They're a 4A team, and they're playing this is Crystal River is on a 5A, Class 5A. So it's definitely going to be, something that they can overcome to get back into the playoffs. Crystal River will, need to probably have some things fall into their place. But if they play as they did tonight, they will definitely have a chance to get to the playoffs. You got to remember the point system is different, and Brett's way more about depth at that.
I just know this is a big win for for Crystal River. There's no question. And Dunellon's they play, I think, 8 more teams that are playoff teams, so they're going to have their opportunity when it comes down to it. But they got to play better than they did tonight, no question.
Yeah. And I still think, Goolsby, we talked about it. He's not here tonight, and I kept on trying to find him. But he wasn't here, and that really had a big deal with how I think that they have their game plan that Price Harris had to put together.
Yeah. Not
being able to use him on jump balls. They had Frazier, who's 6'4", but with Senior, with Goolsby out there, committed to FSU, you have a weapon that's not being used. All right, we're going to wrap it up here at Citrus Preps, and for all you that watched us live, thank you very much. And if you want to go to our YouTube page, Citrus Preps. Please subscribe. You can see notifications or get notifications whenever we tweet or show anything video-wise. We're going to be doing that coming up in the next week. We'll have podcasts with the schools, the coaches, and players that Brett will be interviewing out on the field, on the practice field. Probably get some information from Coach Lowry to get some quotes on that. And we'll try to get in touch with DeAndre Parker, give him something a little special from Citrus Preps.
Absolutely. Big effort. Great win for the Pirates tonight.
Big old win. And we want to thank you for tuning in here on Citrus Preps on YouTube for live stream high school football game of the week. And we thank you, Eagle Buick GMC, for being the sponsor, Chris River Firestone, and Mike Scott Plumbing. Thank you very much for sponsoring our live stream broadcast. We'll see you next week on Game of the Week. Next week we'll be at Citrus for Citrus and Dunellon, the same Dunellon team. See if they can take down Citrus. Thanks a lot, everybody, for tuning in. And watch this anytime you want going forward. Have a nice night.
At Eagle Buick GMC, folks take a liking to our way of business. They love that we're family owned and family friendly. You get the best selection, the best price, and the best dealership experience. With affordable leases and incredible discounts, find what you're looking for, or we'll find it for you. And we always honor our military and veterans. Eagle Buick GMC in Homosassa, under the giant American flag.